As we had last left it off, the party of the Special K, seeking information on the Yojin Way, started heading towards Baron Bark's hut, where to find Baron Bark, who allegedly, as you had discovered in Vrastis Den, apparently holds some form of information in regards to the Yojin Way. So, along the way, you were also made aware of a certain family out there that has in their possession a number of diamonds. This particular family was odd, to say the least. You have found their home, and you have been introduced to most of the members of their family. They are certainly odd in their own ways, but they seem gracious enough, and they have shared their food and their land with you. And the food here is very good, as in every apple, every bite of meat, every bread, everything that's made here just seems to be that much better and makes you healthier. They have offered to share their land with you if you'd like to stay in the guest room, at least for 1 or 2 days, to partake in this food. Just so long as you play by ours rules. His land, it is his, his set of rules, and you'll be, if you don't like that, you can move on. Apparently there was a group previously that came here and got a little bit too greedy, which forced Pa and his family to remove them from the property. And as everybody dug into their meal, Brandy seems to have become very much infatuated with Vorkris, attempting to drug him, and then after that failed, attempting to charm him with a presence that she was capable of doing. However, on both times, Vorkris resisted, and that has only seemed to increase Brandice's appetite for him. And as Pa was giving you a little speech on how things were going to work here, a hoarse, horrid, choky kind of voice, booming and massive, called out from inside the Chintucks house. Voice who you can only associate with Ma Chintuck. She called out Kerry, saying that she wasn't eating the food, that she had worked all day hard to make this food for her, and she went eating it, and she was very displeased by this. Pa said this was very disrespectful, and asked Jim Bob to go get the hot rod, as it was time to teach her some respect. And that was where we had left it off. So, jumping straight back into it. Carrie's standing there with her whitened skin, feeling unmoving, as Bobby and Jimmy, are like licking their lips a little bit, and they just sort of like Jim Bob, as much as facial expressions you can get out of him, is looking very coy at the prospect of getting the hot rod, as Pa is staring directly at her, unblinking eyes. A calm face that belies his demeanor, in that his voice even, which is forceful if not aggressive. Brandice is still staring at Vorkris. And Kerry is just sitting there at the table, staring back up. Is there anything else any of you would like to do?
Yeah, so Cora would speak up and say, "Oh, excuse me, Pa, but when we got here, you listed off your rules, and we talked about helping out and pulling our weight and not talking to Basil. He doesn't take kindly to strangers. We don't want to eat more than our share. If we take more than a snack of the food around here, we need to ask your permission first. We can only use that outhouse over there. But you certainly didn't say anything about us having to eat the food. And before you get the hot poker.
It's called manners, girl. I've been working inside that kitchen all day making this fine meal for you guys, and she's sitting there eating it. Ain't nothing more disrespectful than a gust who come into your home and refuses to eat your food.
Well, I mean, there's certainly more disrespectful things because you've created rules against them. But the other thing that you said to us is that we are going to take care of our own, and you would take care of your own. So if you would be so kind as to give us a couple minutes to try and talk to Carrie. I know she wasn't feeling well earlier. She smelled a little like puke. Maybe her belly's just upset.
Then you have your few minutes. You talk some sense into that girl before I beat some sense into her.
Again, you did say that we're going to take care of our own and you would take care of your own. So just give me a moment, and I'm going to turn to Carrie and look at her and say, like, I mean, I'm a little wary about this food too, but
I don't trust him.
I don't trust him either, but maybe you
I don't want the food. I want your food. I want Emron's food. Emron, give me some food.
I will swap my plate with her across the table while I'm chewing.
No, I don't want that food. I want food that you can create for me. Now.
I'm going to grab a fistful of whatever Emron just pushed across the table and shove it in Carrie's mouth.
Alright, go ahead and make a
contested strength check.
Yeah, no, this is going to be an opposed strength check versus Carrie's dexterity check. You can try and get out of the way.
Ooh.
Nope. So, you shove the food into her mouth. She's like, and she...
I'm going to slap her on the back a little forcefully to like make her gulp it down so she doesn't do anything stupid like spit it out.
And yet, she swallows it down.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see her eyes gloss over. She's just gained 10 temporary hit points from the meal that she's about to partake in. She looks a little bit confused and she goes, wow, this is actually really good. I can't believe I was saying no to this.
I'm going to look over at Pa and say, I think we're all set here. You can have Jim Bob put the poker away. We've taken care of our own.
Persuasion roll at advantage.
Definitely a 9.
Pa does sit down, but he continues to look at Carrie and she goes, I don't like your attitude, girl. Now you eat, and you eat heartily, and you eat well. But you put one more toe out of line, and our groups are going to be having some disagreements. You understand me?
We certainly wouldn't want that. You've been so welcoming.
We have. Wise is so heart-wrenching for Ma that all her hard work seemed to have gone to waste. But if she gonna eat, then we ain't gonna have a problem.
But you see, now it's heart-wrenching for us because there would have been more food for us, and it would only have been Kerry that was missing out. I'd have happily eaten her share. It was lovely.
Don't you worry about that. There'll be plenty more in the days to come. We got more than enough food to go around. Now, if you want any after-dinner snacks or desserts, we got some of those to go around as well.
Do we see the appearance of the hot rod at all?
You see Jim Bob was beginning to make his way over to over here, where there is clearly a fire stick in the active fire, but he stopped like just after a few feet after the part gave you guys permission to force Carrie to calm down.
Pa, when do we get to meet Ma, the maker of this lovely meal?
Depends if she's willing to come out. She ain't come out for a little while. Ma! You gonna come out today? No, I'm eating! Well, there you have it. She eating inside.
Does Pa seem a bit more calmer now?
Like, in a sense that he's not prepared to burn Kerry, but he's, like, the damage is done. He doesn't like her.
So I'm going to make some conversation. I'm going to ask Pa something. I said, Pa, so you've met many people visiting this beautiful, hospitable place.
I've
wonder
met more
whether
than
you
my
can...
fair share of people.
Yes, you've met many of different people, I'm sure. I wondered whether you can give us some advice. That's something we're looking for. That I wondered whether you can help us to see where we can, find something, or if you have knowledge of it locally, anything would be appreciated. Anything to help us.
Speak your question, and I'll see if my brains know what you're talking about, Elfie.
Well, one thing that we're looking for, Pa, are some diamonds. Do you know if we can find any locally? Or if anyone's willing to trade for diamonds?
They look at each other. Like, Pa looks at Jimmy, who looks to Bobby. Brandeis looks to Walkris. And Pa turns back to you and says, "We ain't got no diamonds to trade, but we know some places where there might be some gem of valuables to be taken, if you're so willing to get your hands dirty."
I'm gonna insight that.
Yeah, sure, go right ahead.
$22.
On this occasion, you actually get the feeling he is being truthful, and there's no hidden message or alternative message behind that. Yeah, you get the feeling that he was actually being straight up honest on that one.
Okay. So there are places that we can hunt for diamonds locally?
I wouldn't say locally, but I would say within a day's travel of here, there's a few places. Bobby, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Pa, I could take them to places if they willing to go get their muck stuff. Well, you heard them, boy.
Really interesting. Look around at my party.
Diamond treasure hunt.
Are there any of those carrion crawlers on the way over to where the diamonds are?
Oh yeah, Jimmy told me about those and how you kindly took care of that problem for us. They come along on occasion. They attracted to the rotten meat, shall we say, the things that not even Jim Bobby would eat.
What kind of rotten meat do you guys have around here?
We ain't got no rotten meat. We take care of our food. We make sure they get the proper care and, shall we say, hospitality they need.
It's not whatnot.
That is a very, very accurate situation. Couldn't agree more.
Are there any other dangers in the immediate vicinity besides the carrion crawlers?
Well, Jimmy and Bobby have set up a number of snare traps around, so you gotta be careful with that, because the traps don't discriminate about whoever sets them off. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with a nice little bear catcher on your leg, or strung up in some net. On occasion, you'll find maybe a little predator here or there, but we keep them at bay. No, this area is actually quite safe, and we got good eyesight of anything that wants to come sneak up on us thanks to our elevated position here.
Tell us, what's the most scariest thing you've seen around here?
Hey, or Ma when she gets hungry. I heard that, you son of a bitch!
Back where I come from, we call that hangry. Like, if you're so hungry, sometimes you get angry. Like I get like that too. Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy leans forward and says, "Yeah, I'd say that's Ma's personality through and through. Ma likes her food, don't she?" Yeah, she sure does. And then Bobby's leans forward and says, "Oh, wait a minute. She don't like all her food. Sometimes she disagrees with them." Yeah, but she'll still eat it, Bobby. She just won't be happy about it. Yeah, you got a point on that one, Jimmy. Jim Bob just looks at the rest and goes, "But I've got me on the whole."
Absolutely, I agree.
You feel a little pinch on your tail, Chris.
She's not gonna quit.
I look round. I'm assuming I see Brandice's hand.
Yep.
Brandice, we've been over this. We're at your family's dinner table.
You just playing hard to get, mister. Trust me, I'm persistent.
But I'm not interested.
That's what they all say.
I can't imagine many people aren't interested in you. I think that's a lie.
That's why I don't believe you when you say you ain't.
There was a first time for everything,
Brandice, what are you whispering about over there? Nothing, Paul.
I know they're whispering, but as the person who's sitting closest to Borchris, can I hear any of this? Because I think Cora would be nosy and
What's your
know
passive
what
perception?
Brandy's... 15.
Yeah, you'd hear them.
Okay. So she's going to start turning red and kind of look over towards Joe Pricks, but that also frees up this ear to be listening to what they're doing.
Well, thanks for your help, Cora.
I'm collecting evidence.
So another half an hour passes as the meal is finished up by all of those present. You are full up, and it was a fantastically good meal. My goodness, you wish you could have another one at the moment. But I'd say you've all eaten your fill. You can choose to overeat, eat more than you would normally have. In which case I would have you make Constitution saving throws with very low DC at first, but then increasingly getting harder and harder as the more you overeat. Just in case you basically just puke it out, basically. But Pa wipes his mouth with a napkin. Bobby, Jimmy, and Jim Bob have bits of blood from their almost raw meat dripping down from their chins and their lips. Brandice is eating some things, but she's just been constantly making suggestive winks and passes over at Vorkris subtly. Pretty much the entirety of the meal. And Pa leans back on his wooden chair and just, "Well, that was a fine meal if I ever ate one. Can't wait for tomorrow's. Now, who wants some dessert?"
Dessert? I'm not sure I could eat another bite.
Lisma puts his hand
You
up.
sure?
Just straight up.
You
So full.
We got ourselves some nice little cakes. Ma's speciality. They're real sweet.
I imagine once they come out, I'll smell them and I'll be like, just a small one.
Ma,
guys ever,
you got your cupcakes ready?
To stretch in between dinner and dessert, just to give your belly a little room to expand and digest. And
Jimmy leans forward and says, "Why would I do that when I could just be eating more and more? Why stretch?"
Make more room in your stomach for this lovely food.
I don't understand how... Bobby leans forward and says, I don't understand how stretching out just makes you have more room in your tummy. It don't sound like all science like and stuff.
Imagine, right, you've got a big box of stones. Okay, and they're all different sizes, and you've just thrown them straight in the box. You might fill the box, but if you picked up that box and shook it, all the little stones would go into the little gaps, and it would look like the box wasn't as full.
Bobby stares at you. Bobby stares at you for like 10 seconds blankly and says, "You calling me dumb as a box of rocks, mister?"
Not in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying that your mother's food is lovely, and I would like to eat more of it, and therefore a walk before dessert would be a good idea.
Make a persuasion roll.
Oh, I miss Vanas.
Chilprix wants to look at Brandice to see if she's enamored with Workers even more.
Doesn't matter what he says at this point. She just wants him. Bobby sits down and goes, "Oh, I suppose if you say it like that, it makes sort of sense." Yeah. You know, Ma's cooking is real nice. Yeah. I like you, mister. You's one of them clever science types, ain't you?
I am a seeker of knowledge, shall we say.
I'm doing on magic on the bound on prayer. That's right, Jim Bob. Very good.
Doesn't know nothing about something is what I thought I heard.
Wait. Pa turns towards you, Walker, and says, "Wait, you understand, Jim Bob?" Yeah.
I catch the odd word here and there. It's trying.
I thought no one outside the family could understand him.
I guess I must be family then.
Yeah, Pa. Yeah,
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I'd say he is part of the family. Brandice, you know.
We know how she feels about her brothers.
He too scaly to be part of the family. Family's pure. Family's everything.
I look down, quite sad.
I mean no
Cora
disrespect on you, but blood is blood.
Cora
I
reaches
apologise,
over
sir. You're very right.
and touches your shoulder as she notices that you're sad, and she goes,
I didn't hear what you said, Cora.
"That's because my microphone's here. You're my family."
Yay!
Jim Bob points towards you, Bart, and goes, "Hey, little boy, man, I don't well, no, what have you been doing all the time? Yeah, well, up and down."
Nope, not a thing.
I was going to say, Jack was like, "I don't want workers to understand what he's saying."
Bart looks up, sort of hands on stomach, looks towards Jim Bob, and then Pong goes, "Did he say something about me being quiet or not saying something? I haven't got the scaly one's ears, I'm afraid."
But what are you going on, Danny? Why are always speaking the words in there now? You one of them Burby Dunbar? Yeah, he's asking now. That's what you said. He's asking if you made a fur on the inside as well as the outside. He thinks you're one big cuddly teddy bear.
Me?
No, he's asking Bark. He's saying this to Bark.
Bark have fur?
No, he doesn't.
Oh.
I'm not. Does he mean because my skin's green? Is that? Yeah. Sure, whatever you say there, Jim Bob, I can be as big a teddy bear as you want me to be, big boy.
You hear that, Jim Bob? He gonna let you hug him if you're nice enough. Just as he's laughing, he just kind of dribbles out this like snot from his like one nostril nose, and he just licks it up.
Well, isn't he a delight?
He's my youngest. He's my youngest. He got a lot learning about the world, but he one of them pure souls. He got that magic blood.
He came from someone who's not you.
No, you born of Mar and me.
Quick question, Pa. How long have you guys been here? You seem to have quite the setup right now.
Well, we've been here a good month or two, give or take.
Which one of the ships did you arrive on?
One of the early ones. We didn't best like them people on board. They always looked at us like we were some kind of freak or something like that. Yeah. I kept on getting in fights with people because they all kept saying mean things about my ma. But pretty much then we got kicked out of there, pretty damn quick. And then well, we kept on walking until we found this place, and Ma really liked the food. We kept on eating and realizing this place was going to be home. And the mall got real big, and then she got moved nowhere no more.
What is it that makes the food so great around here, Pa?
You know what? I just don't know. But I never look a gift horse in the mouth. In the mouth.
Well, I can appreciate that. It's hard to find good places to live, I guess.
Yeah. Everything that grows here, everything that feeds here, if you partake in the food, as the animals do, that just makes them even that much better.
Out of curiosity, you say you've had people come by your camp before. What kinds of people have you seen?
Well, they were adventurous types like you, but they wanted to stay, very much like yourselves are probably debating to do. But I laid down my rules to them, what I expected of them, what they could expect of us, and, well, let's just say they got a little bit too greedy, and they couldn't play by the rules, so it did come to blows, but we got rid of them.
Oh, did you see anybody wearing, like black cloaks? Maybe like a really tall, like taller than me, a guy really tall with a lot of tattoos and markings on his body. Did you see anybody like that?
No, didn't see nobody like that. Truth be told, there were a bunch of elfie types like that gentleman over there. There were a couple of draggy types like that smart fella over there. They're one of them half-orky types like yourself, sir. And a couple of them short fellows, halflings or gnomes or whatever them hippies call themselves nowadays.
And which way did you send those lads off to? Where were they heading?
I don't know where they left to, but I know they just gone.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't worry about that. They ain't you, and we ain't gonna treat you like them. Fresh start is what I say. New world, new beginnings, as we all came here to believe. Anyways. Oh! You got them desserts? Yeah, they're by the porch window. Come get them! Bobby, if you'd be so kind. Bobby steps up. And he goes over to the porch window, and he leans his hands out, and you just see this hand, absolutely massive, covered in all manners of warts and boils, and like skin abrasions, just reach out and pass what appears to be a very lovely steaming apple blueberry pie to him. He goes, "Thanks, Ma." He starts walking back towards the table, cuts it up into equal pieces, and he starts passing the pie down the table. Like he has himself. Jim Bob doesn't even chew; he just swallows it whole. Jimmy partakes. Pa partakes. Lisma would definitely partake.
Absolutely.
As it is a small snack. Can he roll a d4 for me, please?
That's 3.
So he has gained 3 hit points from this food.
He will be very
It's gonna
glad
be
that he's made it over 100.
Over 100.
Yeah. Could you just roll a d20 for me, please?
Just no reason. Just fancy rolling a d20.
Thank you very much. Okay, so Lisma partakes in it. He goes, and he turns to the rest of you guys and he says, "Do you know what, guys? I think we should stay here a little while. Pa, I mean, I don't mean to impose, but when we have breakfast tomorrow, could we have, like, 3 helpings to it?" He got himself a belly, that one. Consider it done. Oh, thank you very much. Pie is passed to Zurich.
I'll pass on it. 2 full from the delicious food we've just had.
No problem. Well, you'll be hungry tomorrow, and there'll be more food ready. The pie goes to Buck.
I'll save myself for tomorrow too. I'd rather have an empty stomach to partake in breakfast.
The pie will then go to Kerry. She will partake in it. She has gained 4 hit points. 6. There we go. So, good to know. Okay, so she eats it. She has this is really good, guys. Okay, Emron, I don't need your food anymore. I like this one.
Nice.
The pie is passed to Brandy's, who partakes in it. Pie's passed to Vorkris. It looks good.
We'll partake in it. I mean, I've eaten everything else. No d20 is going to scare me.
Roll a d4. You've gained 3 hit points, as in permanent. Vorkris, could you just remind me, how many times have you eaten the food here now?
I believe that's 4. I think I was 1 less than Lisma. I think he was 4 by the end of last week.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Yeah, he still doesn't have apple like that.
Yeah. The pie goes to Cora.
Cora really doesn't want to eat it, but Cora feels really bad for shoving
And
the food in
the
Carrie's
wheel.
mouth.
The wheel as well.
I mean, I've got my good berries too. But
they ain't nothing like as good food as good as this.
she would eat a piece because she would think if something bad happened to Carrie, she wouldn't want to be responsible for that without also taking that on. So
you eat the pie, and it is heavenly. It is just the blends of fruits just really mix well into each other, and your taste buds just explode with heavenly sensation of desserts. And whilst you're very, very full, like this just was good. Oh, by the way, for Chris and Lisma and Cora, can you all make Constitution saving throws because you are now overeating a little bit? Cora, you have gained 3 points. Yep, good.
am I overeating
At this point-
while I have the wheel?
No, you're not actually.
Good, because I suck at
just as
Constitution
well.
saving throws.
Yeah, I don't think you can overeat when you have the reel. So don't worry about you, Cora.
Okay.
How many times have you eaten now, Cora? Is that 3?
You know
Is
what?
that 3 times you've eaten now, Cora? Or was that 4?
Nope, that was only the second.
No, it's the second time you've eaten.
I have the apple in my pack. I didn't eat the apple. I ate the meal and now dessert.
Alright, no worries. Okay, the pie passes to Jorbrix.
I have a very small stomach. I really, as you can see, I don't eat quite that much.
No
I'm
problem
gonna
at all.
pass on. I'll
No
pass on
problem at
dessert.
all.
Thank you.
The pie passes to Emron.
I'm going to do a big belch, and then I'm going to say a little bit full as well. But can I take a slice back with me to eat later before bed?
Oh, of course you can. Man likes his midnight snacks. I respect that.
So I'll
Very
take some
good.
leaves out of my pocket and put the slice and I wrap up in my leaves.
Very good.
And I pass
Well,
it back to Pa.
so with that, those of you who are partaking in desserts finish up, and it's just so good, and you're all very full from this evening's very, very nice meal. Pa then wipes himself down, stands up and says, "Well, it's getting late now. We've been sitting around this table getting to know each other for the last couple of hours, and I really like you people. I think you're, with the exception of a couple who are questionable at best, I think you all fit in very nicely around here. If you'd like to turn in for the evening, that barn over there is yours to do with as you see fit, except burning it down, because I won't enjoy that. But you have a place to stay tonight."
Would you take exception to me casting a spell before bed that creates a kind of a shelter? Typically, we use it to keep the critters out of our bedrolls. Is that something that would be all right with you?
Oh, don't you worry about that. Jim Bob scares off all the critters. Jim Bob don't really sleep much.
Sure. I just want to respect your rules, Pa.
Well, you can cast whatever magic you want. Keep in mind that it ain't necessary if you feel like you're in danger or something gonna come bite into your leggings in the middle of the night. We'll look after you good and proper.
Thank you, Pa. Thank you.
You is most welcome. Well then, everybody, I'm gonna go turn in with Ma, and I'm gonna have myself a fine piece of tail, because I am very horny. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Pa.
Cora's
Anybody
very
want to
happy.
insight that?
Nope,
Good
nope.
night, Pa.
No.
Good night. Good night, Pa. Good night. Good night, Pa. Good night, Pa. Night, Pa. Brandice, you know the rules. Do I have to, Pa? Yeah, you gotta learn. Alright. Brandice looks at you, Volker, and says, "I gotta go, but I'll be seeing you later, mister."
It's quite okay. I'm very tired. I'm going straight to sleep.
Sweet dreams. She leaves, goes inside.
Before I head to the barn, I would walk down the road to where I left zombie Wenos, and I will recast Animate Dead.
Cora's going with you.
Yeah.
And Cora's gonna say, Brandy's, I would just be careful with her. She totally kissed Emron, and I just don't have a very good feeling about her. And I saw that she was, trying to talk to you. And I know that you're very honorable, but I'll have my eyes open. I think you should have your eyes open too.
I definitely do. I am not blind to her. I'm not interested. I've tried to make that clear as politely as I can. Many a time I will possibly have to move to less polite methods, but I don't think that will do us many favors either.
No. Even if you were interested, I still wouldn't be. Yeah. We'll figure it out. I'll help you.
Thank you, Cora. Very kind. Wenos, stay here, guard the road, and I'll stroll back.
She's gonna look at Wenos and go, "I still hate you." And walk away.
There's no reaction. He's dead.
She said it for her benefit, not his.
So, what would you guys like to do tonight?
What time is it now in game?
It's coming up close to 9-10 p.m. Like the sun, I'd say the sun is set, but there's still quite that that bright blue sky. Like that signifies like the sun. It was going to be a bright day, and now it's just a bright night, shall we say?
And have all the Chintucks gone in-house now?
Bobby and Jimmy are over by the fire pit. Jim Bob is standing on the path, looking inside. Looking towards Ma and Pa's house. The others have gone inside the house.
Like he's watching his parents.
No, like you can't really see inside the house. He's just.
I thought
he's
you were
just
saying
staring.
he was looking at his parents.
He's like 10, 15 feet away from the house, just looking at the house.
Feel a little bit better about that.
Joe Pricks would like to whisper to Emron. What is your plan for this pie? Are you meaning to try and check it out tonight?
Yeah. Can you help with that?
I may be able to help with that. So long as we do it discreetly, I can cast detect magic on it and see if there's any kind of a magical property with it. I want to make sure that we're, well undercover when I do that.
From what I've learned, things that seems too good to be true usually is too good to be true. And I hand over the leaf-wrapped pudding over to Joe Pricks.
Okay.
But let's do it in a couple of hours' time when everything dies down a bit.
Right. That's my thoughts exactly.
And then I'm going to turn to Cora. Cora, I'm going to do something. I wonder whether you can help with some kind of magic things. How old do you think that tree is? And I point to the tree next to the house.
This one?
Next to the guest house where we are.
Would I be able to discern that? How old I estimated this tree would be?
It's not an oak tree by any chance.
It's just a regular tree.
I'm going to say later on, Cora, I'm going to try to speak to it and see whether we can get any information about Ma or the land around here. And of course, the visitors before us.
Yeah, I mean, I can help. I have a feeling that they can understand me, and I can't always understand them back, but I mean, I can try. I can talk to them.
Cool. Let's again wait a little bit. Wait till this all settles on the farm, then we'll try it out.
Okay.
How big is this barn? Like, it's big enough for...
It's big enough for everybody. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like comfortable positions, but it's cozy.
And what's inside it? Is it beds or is it just like hay and stuff?
It's mainly just hay. It's quite literally was a storage shed for them, but part of the chores prior to the end of today was like cleaning this out. So bedspreads have been bed rolls have been prepared for you, as well as fresh pillows, water. There's a few buckets of water available. It's just an empty barn for you.
Okay. Walking in after everyone to make sure that we're all inside. I'm going to close the door. I want to scour the entirety of this barn. Floor, walls, anything that might knock, move, disturb. I don't trust this barn for a second.
Make an investigation check.
Seconds.
While he's doing that, Cora would ask him, what did you see in that building to the south that made you walk away so quickly? Carrie said that there was a bunch of shit in there, but I really don't feel like shit would have made you kind of scurry away like that.
Yeah, so as an NPC last session, Bark had a little look inside this open area here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna whisper something to you, okay? So it's up to you whether or not you want to share that information.
Excellent. It's just a disgusting place to go. I wouldn't recommend looking in there. It's not terrifying. Well, I say it's not terrifying in the literal sense, but nothing that scares me more than those people anyway. I think it's where Ma might do whatever she does to survive.
Oh, it's like her chamber pot.
It's... Oh no, I've got Jeff Goldblum references. Well, that's one huge pile of shit. Yeah.
I'm not gonna stick on my glove and go wading through it though. So as you're looking through the barn, I'll say, "Oh, Amaran and I tried to search before and couldn't find anything, but maybe you can find something that we missed."
That's what I'm good at. I don't trust these people in the slightest, or their food. But I don't want to die straight away at a table, so we need to figure out a plan now.
I mean, what they know a place we can mine for diamonds, so that's a really good start. Just a day away.
I don't think they were suggesting mining for diamonds. I think they were suggesting stealing diamonds from someone else.
Ah.
Well, so they suggested getting your hands dirty, and they made it sound like it was like literal getting dirty. Like
No, that's
dirty.
true. Maybe I got the wrong impression there. That's fair.
I understand.
Like the mobster.
But with your natural 20 on your investigation, you can determine that there's nothing about this barn that would suggest there's anything wrong with it. There's no hidden compartments, no secret doors. I mean, the windows don't close. The door, the gigantic barn door is, the main way in or out. There's a little exit at the back of the barn. There's nothing hidden in there. Nothing that you would constitute as anything beyond what belongs in a barn.
Alright, that's something. Finishing up this...
What do you think?
Okay, on.
What do you think Jim Bob is doing out there?
I don't think even he knows what he's doing out there.
You can look out the window and see he's just staring at the house.
I think Jim Bob, his apple fell very close to the tree. If you know what I mean.
I kind of feel bad for him.
Well, I don't feel too bad for these people. I mean, I know you guys want diamonds, and I know you want to find things, but I think we need to leave today. Under the cover of dark, and just leave.
Yeah, I don't think...
Lisma will say, hey, hold on. We should probably stay at least a day or two, and just eat some more, get healthier.
Did you find a wheel that you're not telling anybody about?
No? I just think the food's really, really good, and when have we had this good food ever since coming to the New World?
Lisma, though, you have to admit that something fishy is going on here, right?
Yeah, definitely something's fishy, but there's nothing wrong with the food. I mean, I've eaten a lot of it so far, and I feel fine. If anything, I feel better than fine.
But that's what scares me. Normal food.
I feel good.
Normal food doesn't make you feel like this, so obviously this food is some enchanted or something, right?
What could possibly be bad about feeling good?
We can find out with a simple identify spell.
Right. Maybe we become dependent on the food physically.
Oh, I'm not
Chris,
feeling
you
any
can do
cravings
that,
to have more, but
I can.
If you're not going to eat that pie there, I'll have it.
No, I think we're either gonna cast identify or detect magic on this, Lismer. We're gonna try and see what's going on with this food.
Well, you go ahead and do that. If you're not going to eat it afterwards, I'll eat it.
Are you doing it as ritual?
I have to do ritual because I don't practice it.
Yeah, me too.
While they do that, I'm going to tap Cora and say, come and speak with this tree, or help me speak to this tree. Now I'm going to cast Speak with Plants.
Identify as well.
Oh, I've also got an extra apple, which I'll probably throw in there with the piece of cake.
Sure.
Lisma looks so sad that all this food is just going into his pile and he just can't have it.
You can have it in 10 minutes if you're that desperate.
The food!
Depending on what we find out, of course.
Alright, so Volcris, you sit down, and as a ritual, you cast Identify on the food. It's food.
What about the Detect Magic, Jack?
You cast Detect Magic, and it's food. You don't detect any magic. The Identify just doesn't give you anything. Apparently it's just very, very good food.
Okay.
Leave.
Meanwhile, Emron casts Speak with Plants. So you step outside. A small, almost greenish energy reverberates over this tree. And you can now speak with it.
Good evening to you, tree. You must have been here for a long, long time.
Hello. I don't think I've ever had a conversation before. This is interesting.
Well, it's always good to speak to people and meet new people. How are you? How long have you been here?
All my life.
And have you known the Chintucks all your life? The people that live here?
No, they've been here recently.
Have you met all of them?
Yes.
What about the one they call Ma that lives inside the house?
Well, she hasn't come out of that house for a few weeks. They keep on sending food in there, but she doesn't come out.
Have you seen her out of the house before that?
Yeah, she came
What is she like?
Oh, I don't know. I'm a tree.
Is she big, small? You know, is she the same size as me or my friends in this house?
She was.
Or is she the same size as you?
No, she was about the same size as you. Maybe a little wider.
That's good to know. And apparently there's been a lot of other people that's come on this farm. Did any of them die here?
Yeah, they died.
What, all of them?
Yeah, all of them.
How did they die?
I didn't see.
I'll be translating all this to everybody, to you, Cora, especially because you're with me.
I didn't see. I just heard the screams.
And
Did
how
the Chintucks do it?
Were the people that live in the house, did they kill them?
I don't know. I didn't see. I heard a lot of yelling, and then I heard people fighting, and then I heard screams. And then I heard even more screams a little while later. And then I didn't hear anything.
How long did the people stay here before the screaming started?
3 or 4 days.
So, and before they start screaming, everything was okay?
I don't know. I'm a tree.
Okay. And what about the food here? It seems to be bountiful and rich. Is this because of the land?
Is this tree a fruit-producing tree?
No, this tree is not a fruit-producing. I don't know. All I know is that nutrients here make me feel very good about myself.
Ask the tree if it's always. Yeah, ask the tree if it's always been this way.
Yeah, have you always felt this way since you remember?
I'm going to have the tree do a history check.
What's the stat for
sentences you weren't expecting to say today?
I'm going to say
he just says,
the guy.
I don't know. I can't remember it. I've just always known it.
Okay. And I'll turn to Joe, Prix, and Cora. Any other questions? I'm running out of questions. We still got some time left. Oh, do you know what diamonds are, Tree?
No.
Oh.
Does the tree know what the fighting was about before the screaming and the bloodshed?
Ask Tree that. It's an exact question.
Well, truth be told, I don't know what they were saying. I sense sounds through the grounds, but I don't know what they mean. You're the very first person I've been able to understand.
Fair. That's a fair answer.
Ask it if it knows where the Chintucks got their food from, or where they come from with food. Is it fruit? Is it meat? Something like that.
Well, there's all kinds of meat. There was bread, there was fruit, there was vegetables. There was meat as well.
Yeah, but does it know if they've hunted it and brought it back? So like they're eating good food, which makes them feel good, or are they?
You would already know the answer to that. Jimmy and Bobby do hunt.
Okay.
They have snakes around the immediate place. That's where they get their meat from.
Do you know if they eat people?
I don't know. I'm a tree.
I'm going to say to these guys, my friends, I think it's best to ask it about, like, experiences, feelings and things like that. They probably know about events, perhaps, that took place more than specifics. Like, description of stuff. Because he doesn't usually speak.
He can't see people, he can only detect... Like, considering
vibrations and things.
Yeah, like, that's how he can tell Ma was the same size as you, because of how heavy her footsteps were.
And it can decipher the screams from normal talk because
because they're like because the amount of vibrations in the ground. So
does the tree sense any kind of aggressive behavior from the family or any kind of desperation or anything like that?
I don't know. I'm a tree.
How far down do your roots run?
Deep. I've been here all my life. Since before people were here.
Can you tell if the sounds you hear come from below or above?
Both.
Did the screams come? Sorry.
The screams came from above.
What happened to the people that died here?
I don't know. I'm a tree.
Oh. Well, you don't know whether they people buried them in the ground or anything?
No. There was no disturbing of the soil. The only disturbing of the soil that I have sensed recently was when they built where they sleep.
Did you mean the house next to the tree, or do you mean
is that what you call
the house
them?
On the hill?
House.
Yes.
Then yes. They disturbed the soil to build a house.
How far down did they go?
Well, they didn't go far down. They just built on the surface.
At least they're not tunnelers.
I think that anything else, you guys? I think we might be near the end.
No, it's a tree.
In the winter time, does it hurt when your leaves fall off? I just always wanted to know.
It doesn't hurt.
It's not a personal question, Prix, but go on.
It doesn't hurt. It's a change. It's like getting older and then having a child, but that child is you.
Thank you, Tree.
That was weirdly esoteric.
Can you communicate with the other trees around?
I don't know. I've never tried.
You want to try? let's try. One last thing. Let's play a game.
That's
Speak
not good.
to your neighbors, it's called. Which tree, Cora?
Okay.
Let's see. What about this
What-
one?
Which one are you tagging? I can't see.
Oh, sorry, the one up on the.
Oh, fine. Can you reach your friend over there? And I pointed the one up the hill next to the warehouse, whatever that thing is, building.
There we go. Sorry, could you ping that again, please, Cora? Oh, there. You can see some of the roots twist very slightly. The branches twist a little bit against the wind. And after a minute or so, he says, I can't hear anything from him.
What about this one down here, since it's on the same level with you?
He does the same. No, I can't hear anything from him. It might be because he's a tree.
I know that
Not
there are
very good
special
at this game.
trees around here. There are special trees around here that can communicate, I think, with certain people and with other trees. And I didn't know if you guys were magically connected like that too.
You are referring to the final change.
Is that what you call the Atta? Yes, the Holland tree. Yes.
When a tree, we know this within ourselves, but when we are old enough and wise enough, Atta grants us our true soul. We change.
Do you think that the time is coming soon for you?
No, I still need to be here for a while longer. I still have more storms to weather. I still have more winters to survive.
What do you become with the great change?
I don't know. I just know it's something every Harlan wants.
I've got another question. Is there anywhere? Are we near anywhere where the food is growing from? So you don't bear fruit yourself.
In the ground, in the streams, in the leaves, in the creatures. Those who eat the food here become part of the food themselves.
That does not sound good, you guys. That does not sound good at all.
And with that, the spell comes to an end.
Yeah. Well, that's all, folks.
Cora's gonna put her hand on the trunk and press her forehead up against it.
Consent, please.
She will say, "I hope it's okay. If you don't want me to touch you, you can wave your branches."
And no, the spell's ended. He's just gone back to being a tree now.
Yeah, but I have the speech of beast and leaf too.
Oh,
So.
yeah.
Leaves thing.
Leaves.
The leaves thing. Yeah.
Beast and plants.
Yeah.
So you can communicate with them. So they just have no need to communicate with you.
Right. I'm just trying to think it. So you said consent. So I'm asking it if it doesn't want me to touch it to wiggle its leaves.
It is incapable of doing so if it. The only way it was able to do that because of the spell that Emron casted, which actually allows it to move itself a little.
Cora's not going to know that because sometimes it does work for her, so she's going to take that as it's okay.
As a no, so
I'm going to put my hand on its trunk. I'm going to put my forehead onto its trunk and say, "Thank you for imparting your wisdom on us, and may Baravan protect you and grant you strength to weather all of the winters to come, so you too can become one with Atta and gain the status of a Holland tree. And with that, she'll walk away.
You walk away and you turn around to see Jim Bob standing like 3 feet behind you, staring at you.
And she'll turn around and say, "Oh, hi. What are you doing? How late at night is it?
It's like 10, 11 o'clock at night.
What are you doing out so late?"
I don't know what he's doing. I thought you were really trying to go and look at you.
I think he said he thinks you're being a bit weird.
He didn't know what you were doing, so he thought he'd come and see what was up with you, or something along those lines.
Is the tree not to you? Did you not do nothing with the tree? Is there something wrong with the tree? Do you want me to bite the tree?
Is there something wrong with the tree? Would you like him to fuck the tree?
No, I don't want to fuck the tree. I just wanted to tell the tree that it was beautiful and kind. I really like nature. And, I just like to thank them for protection and imparting wisdom on us every so often.
I'm going to say to Jim Bob, that one's a bit loopy. She's really a bit crazy. She thinks she can speak to trees. I mean, who can speak to trees? They don't speak to anyone. And now I'm going to strut off.
I can read the trees, but they don't speak on to me.
You can talk to trees?
Exactly.
He talks to trees, they don't talk to him.
They talk to you?
Only they would know no Jim Bob.
We talk to you, Jim Bob. We love talking to you.
I know that. But you don't know the time. You were trying to hang out with me, and I don't really know where it was going.
Yeah, I promise.
I'm going to whisper to Joe Pricks. I suppose it takes one to know one, right? Look at Chris.
Good on. He looks at you, Cora, again. No longer you.
Can you what?
We're no longer you.
Don't agree to any. You don't know what he's asking.
I think he's asking, can he live with you?
Can you
Something
live
like
with
that, yeah.
We're no longer you.
I don't actually live in one place. Don't you want to stay here with your family?
They're not looking at you.
You don't want to live with your family?
You can see him getting a little frustrated now.
He might be saying, look at you.
I'm going to pop my head out the window and say to Cora, ask it a question, yes and no, and make him do a gesture for yes and one for no. That's maybe try to communicate that way. Do you not want to stay with your house? Look left for one and look right for no, or something.
I want to stay here.
He wants to stay here. I think he was asking to look at Cora. The same way he was staring at the house for like 15 minutes doing nothing, I think he wants to stare at Cora and do that.
You want to look at me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I'm right here.
You see his shriveled lips curtail into a smile. And he raises his hand, and you see that there's a ring on there. Like, it's the only bit of other clothing he has other than the loincloth. And he says, thank you. I appreciate that. And you see the ring glows a little bit. And he just stares at you. And he just has this...
Calm down, Lee.
He just has this smile that just gives you all kinds of creeps.
It's got one of those photographic memories.
So, Kristen knows what the ring does, but Cora hasn't seen the ring yet.
What do you think the ring is?
Bobby had one last session, and told the other guys that he watches his brother and sister. So, Cora would look at the ring because it's glowing and see if she could figure out if it is anything that she recognizes.
Like an Arcana check.
I'm going to be as good at that as Constitution stuff.
It's a magic ring.
Oh.
Does he look like he's going to stand there for a while and just stare at Cora?
Unless Cora goes anyway, yeah.
I'm going to tap Joe Pricks and say, "Can you do that ritual detect magic thing and do it for 10 minutes while he's there?"
I'm gonna attempt to do that.
Joe Pricks is being dumb because Joe Pricks knows what the ring is.
Yeah, he told me in Joe Prick's last session.
Oh, did he? What was it?
Oh, okay.
You can see through things, so he's seeing her naked.
Oh,
You should take notes, buddy.
Oh.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, that's right. So yeah, if that's the case, and then I would just kind of lean over and whisper that to Cora, that ring allows him to look through material objects.
Your clothes.
meaning your armor and clothing.
So
Ooh.
I'll leave it to you to decide what you want to do right now.
So she'd be a little upset. And, Jim Bob, does that ring? Jack is really good. Jim Bob, does that are you looking at me naked underneath my clothes?
Oh, no.
Listen, I appreciate that you asked first, but could you not do that, please?
He said, yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm saying no. I didn't know. I just thought you wanted to look at me, not underneath my clothes, and that's not really appropriate, and I don't appreciate it. So, if you could stop, that'd be good.
Oh, okay. Looks
Thank
away.
you.
He looks sad.
There's a
Yeah,
good boy,
Get the
Jim
feeling-
Bob.
You get the feeling that he's just never been. He just doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
Good
So
boy, good boy, Jim Bob.
don't treat him like an animal. So I'd look at.
I'm not. He's making a good decision now. This is a good decision, Jim Bob.
And I would give him some positive reinforcement too, and say, I appreciate what you've done. That's very respectful, and that was very kind of.
Under the bad thing.
He did a bad thing.
But you know what? The important thing is that you learn from it, right?
Process are gonna eat you.
No, it's, you know what? Sometimes we don't know any better until we do something, and now you know. And it was a good thing that you asked first, but if you're gonna ask somebody, you might want to tell them what exactly you're doing.
Right, just won't let me talk to you because I'm all disgusting and my skin goes up all the time.
In your skin. Or Chris, did you get anything more than that?
Bandice won't let him look at her, and no one wants to look at him because his skin's all funny, I think.
Couldn't you do Joe Pricks? How does Chris know all this? Maybe he's a
I don't.
secret Chintuck.
He has very.
No,
acute
I asked if
hearing.
I was a secret Chintuck, and I got, shut it down from a racial thing.
Your blood ain't pure.
I think he's turning into a Chintuck.
Well, he spent all that time with him before reading, so I mean, it makes sense. But you know what, Jim Bob? It doesn't really matter what we look out on the outside. Who you are as a person on the inside is really what's most important. And I don't think that you're.
He looks at you, not with his glowy eyes, but like looks at you and just smiles when he says, "You're right, I'm not. Inside is the most important thing about a person."
Something's the most important thing about a person, but I didn't catch what was the most important thing about a person, so that's kind of useless knowledge.
I'm going to grab that piece of cake, knowing that it's not magical anymore, pass it to Cora and whisper to her, give the cake to Jim Bob. I think it's good that we make some friends here.
There is a big pouty face in the corner, like, oh.
I'll look at Lisner and go, "You had enough today." And I'll look at Jim Bob and say, "Are you hungry? Do you want some of the pie?"
What was this for you?
I will assume that he said yes, and I will hand it to him.
He doesn't take it.
Oh,
I think he thinks. I think he said yes, he wants it, but the pie was for us.
Oh, but I'm giving it to you as as a gift.
Mom says it's for you. Mom says it's for you. I can't do anything with that.
I wouldn't want you to upset Mom. I understand.
I was get a heart round.
Did Ma get pretty mad at the last group of people?
Yeah.
It was pretty bad, huh?
Yeah. The problem is stupid and ugly and said I shouldn't be alive and I was wrong direction.
Not a clue.
Anybody have comprehend languages?
I mean, I do, but I don't think it's going to help.
Yeah, someone tried to speak in his head.
Let's just say
Yeah, I tried messaging.
let's just say he thinks and speaks like this. This is common, just very broken common. So
Yeah.
Well, bless
Oh,
him.
you, Jim Bob. Can you show me on your fingers? How old are you? What do his hands look like after I said that?
like his hands, like they're clearly stitched together and bloated in some areas, and they're clearly quite sweaty as well. His fingernails are very dirty and pointed, and it looks like he's got a mix of grime, dirt, and dried blood underneath.
But he has 5 fingers.
Yeah, he's got
Okay.
5 fingers on his.
I didn't know if he was abandoned. man.
I am this.
28?
29? 8?
29. You're only like half it.
Yeah, I can't see his other hand. Oh, 25.
Or maybe
26.
Uh,
It's got that.
You're in your
We're playing
20s.
another betting game. Are we playing another betting game? What are we betting?
In
We're
his,
not
in his-
betting. We're not betting. Calm down.
So you came over on a big boat then, right?
Yeah. My heart, they had me away. Wasn't me allowed to see my people.
They took him away because he didn't like being around people.
Would they mean to you in the old world?
Yeah.
Well, me as well. They were mean to me in the old world as well.
Your mama was your auntie?
I didn't quite get that, Jim Bob.
Your mama was your auntie?
Did they say that you were ugly?
Not in the same way, but they didn't like me for other reasons.
Oh.
Is it because you're old, Joe Priggs? They did not like you because
No,
you're
it's
old.
not because I'm old. No, thank you. No.
Oh, okay.
You're not helping.
I better go.
Okay, well, you have a nice night, Jim Bob.
Thank you for coming and talking to us.
Good night.
Good night. I hope you have a
Night,
good
Jim
sleep.
Goes back.
Good night.
He starts staring at the house again.
I would like to go
Ooh.
back into the barn. I would like to
Yep.
go into my pouch and take out a nice, safely wrapped up Mad Dog, who I'm assuming is still very much stone.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And I would like to ritual cast Find Familiar
I'm
and recreate him.
just gonna say that.
Do
it's done.
you recreate him as a pseudo dragon?
I am, yes.
Okay. So when the spell ends, his form vanishes and then reassumes form to another small pseudo dragon, who is now very relieved to no longer be stone. He immediately wraps up around underneath your cloak and snugs up to your neck.
I'm sorry
We're
that
so
took you
happy
so
she
long.
starts crying. I'm so happy he's back with you. And does he have his tail?
Yep, he
I
is
would
whole
check it
again.
out.
All is good.
He's a spirit, so.
Guys.
I'm going to say
That's the damn question.
I'm going to say to Joe Pricks, your man-slave hasn't said very much so far. How's he doing?
He is not my manslave. And he is the most difficult with trying to understand this, that he doesn't owe me anything, that he's his own person with his own direction, and he can leave anytime he wants, or he can accompany us on this journey.
After 30 days are up, then yeah, that's fine.
Unbelievable.
What do you think of all this, Cyric? After one day with us?
Well, you get yourself into a lot of trouble. I'm pretty suspicious of this whole setup. We came here for diamonds, and now we've been offered some sort of weird food that's making us
Very
stronger.
tasty.
But I don't know. It just seems too good to be true, and yeah, I think
don't
we
think the diamonds
keep our
work
eyes on the
this.
prize, and if we can't get the diamonds legitimate, and it's just another having to hurt somebody else, we keep on track to what we were supposed to be doing. I don't think they're hurting anybody that I can tell of anyway. So we just leave them to it.
Yeah, I think it might be it might be best for us to move on, and then we may provoke them somehow if we leave under cover of darkness, like Bark said. They may pursue if something nefarious is going on. They may pursue us. We have to keep that in mind.
Hold up, guys, Lisma says. I think we should at least stay the night, have some breakfast with them, maybe some lunch, and, just talk about it some more, that's all.
Don't worry, Lisma. I'm sure that's what's going to happen. We'll definitely stay. But then I'm just going to look round at the rest of the party. I'm just going to try and, like basically... In fact, fuck it. I'm going to send a message to each and every one of you. Do you guys want to leave tonight?
Lisma says no.
Yeah, I left Lisma out of the message.
Lismer, the junkie at this point.
Kerry says, I really like the food.
Cora's gonna suggest that maybe we get the information on where the diamonds are, like where we can find them, and then head out for a day trip and maybe just not come back.
Do you think they will share that information, though? From dinner, they say that, the guys were going to take us there.
Yeah.
I don't think they would volunteer the information.
If they're gonna show us, it kind of amounts to the same, right? We're not their prisoners. Unless we are.
I'd rather not find out than just slip off into the darkness.
What price do you put on these diamonds? What are they worth to you?
Cora's
Worth
gonna start crying.
every living being. Well, the ability of those diamonds is that we can bring people who are dead back, when they get killed in combat. One of our friends, well, he's not really my friend, Cora's friend. That person died, and we didn't have diamonds on us to bring him back. And now, Cora's crying all the time because of it.
It's a hard thing, Loss.
I failed him and I couldn't save him because I didn't have what I needed. And so it's really important for me to get what I need so I don't lose anybody else. But I don't think that stealing it from these people is right. I know they said that they don't have any to trade. That doesn't mean that they don't have any, but I don't want to steal it from these people. But it is really important to find one. And we have some, and so it doesn't need to be a big one. It just needs to, supplement this. But
we'll find some diamonds. There will be another way.
The other option is that we ask them to bring us to this site where we can harvest these gems, and then if we decide to break free, we can break free from there.
I agree to that. I think that's very good.
Kerry,
I don't want to be
just
breaking
wanted
free
to
from these
say,
people.
You know what? I'm trying to get to sleep, but you guys just keep on talking about this. I don't care either way. I'm just going to go for a walk and let you guys finish about this.
I'm like, Kerry, if you cast Warning Wind, you won't be able to hear us.
Cora's gonna try and not have Carrie wander off on this property on her own.
She says she's just going to
She's
go for a
gone
walk.
back.
I'm just going to go for a
She's
walk.
gone back to the poo shed. She's aiming that direction.
I would probably send Mad Dog after her, trying to hide and making sure that she's just to keep an eye on where she's going.
Well, she's going to make a stealth check, so...
Jack, can I cast the same ritual for Caliph? Since Caliph got okay. Thank
Do
you.
you have the materials necessary?
I don't know. I don't remember what it is I need for that.
Herbs and something else, I think it was.
Let's see. Let me find it. Ooh.
Yeah.
Let me find it. I don't know if I ever really even
Oh
established.
shit!
Did you do that or did I do that? Oh, I did that.
10 gold piece worth of
Can
charcoal.
Mad Dog do a perception
Incense.
check, please?
I
Yes,
would
I was
think that I.
Just looking
Yeah, I
at
would
his
think that I'd have that.
perception.
Sorry, can Mad Dog do a
Got
perception?
a passive of 13. Yep, he's got a +3 to this.
Okay.
In fact, I've got a sheet. Why did I just look it up? For fuck's sake. Yeah!
Oh no!
So, Mad Dog leaves the immediate vicinity but cannot locate Kerry, who has disappeared into the darkness.
Well, guys, she's gone to go tell them exactly what we've been talking about.
Right.
Why else would she hide from us?
Why do you think that?
Why
do
else
you
would she
think that,
hide from us? If you're going for a walk, you wouldn't instantly vanish into the shadows.
She's
Mad Dog followed her
hiding
straight
from
out
the
and she just...
Chintucks.
Yeah.
That's what she
Oh, there you go.
does. She hides. She tries to hide in the middle of the fields.
Oh, it's
So-
fine. Just watch out for Warding Wind. We'll know where she is.
Yeah.
Probably.
So Jack, it's
Um,
only 10 GP worth of materials, and I came on already. I think at 5th or 6th level. I just assumed I would have had that much
Yeah,
stuff.
to have originally cast a spell.
Right.
They were a nightmare to find over here. I've got for 30 gold's worth left, so I can spare 10 if you need to do it. I know how important it is to have your familiar back.
I've got 10
This
GP.
fucking
I don't think I ever actually inventoried the stuff for it.
Yeah,
Just assuming that I already had it.
Unfortunately, you're going to have to go to a
Have to
place
reclaim it?
actually acquire the herbs. Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
that's fine.
So Vorkus
Is
will
there
give you
this-
10 gold of incense and herbs.
What's that? You have it?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
I have. Yeah, I've got 30 gold pieces left at the moment, so I can spare another 10.
Yeah,
But it was hard to find over here.
Yeah, I probably would have said as much, right? At that point, I would have said, "Oh, I'm having a hard time finding the components to get my familiar back." And then if you did that, I would have said, "Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Forcus."
Having just resummoned mine, I know how important it is to have your familiar with you. You know.
I'm so glad that Mad Dog is back and fully intact.
He's just running around my arm.
Excellent, cool. All right, so I'll cast that. I'll get Caliph back, and typically,
Okay.
I like her to be in the form of an owl.
Okay.
I'll do it that way.
Also, I know that we're in this barn, but I think I'd probably feel safer if you still cast that hut thing inside of the barn that we could sleep in.
Taking a watch as well.
Yeah,
We are. It's
I
not.
feel more comfortable doing that.
With that,
Who's going to be taking the watch?
I'll take a part of a watch. I'm gonna look out the window and see if Jim Bob is still like outside and not sleeping.
Looking outside, he's actually chasing a moth at the moment.
I mean, if I don't, I might go outside and ask him, but do I get the sense that he's like not allowed in the house to sleep, or?
You have absolutely no idea.
So, guys, what's the plan for tomorrow? Are we going to try to get them to take us to the diamond place, or What
I think we
what's
should.
the plan, Stan?
It's important to Cora, so I think we should respect that and at least try and pursue it.
Yes, for breakfast. Do 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 do.
It's,
Is that
do you
is
remember
that what
what they
Lismus?
people who took too much of their food though? Like, I know that they're offering, but you seem awfully hungry, and I don't want you to get yourself in trouble. Even though you have a whole lot of health recently, I still just think that maybe you should practice a little bit of discretion when asking for like fourths and fifths of servings of food.
But I'm a growing lad. I need it.
Yeah, but you probably. Which way do you want to grow, up or out?
I mean, it'll make me buffer.
I mean,
Either way.
there is a pie and an apple in the barn.
Yeah, I had
Lisma
remembered that,
will
don't
definitely
worry.
want to eat.
You know, Lismiths, I've seen things like this before, and they often come with a price.
What price is there to be paid from eating? It means I don't die of starvation. Is that the price? That seems like a pretty good price to me.
Well, there are substances back in the old world that I remember that certain people partook of, and they became dependent on them. And
Yeah,
we're
but I'm
worried
not-
that this is what's going on here.
But we're all addicted to food.
That's what
just
makes it so
like-
tricky.
You seem a little more addicted to this particular food.
Because it makes me stronger and healthier, and I don't understand why you guys don't want to be stronger and healthier.
I'm already strong enough.
Yeah, have you seen us on the battlefield while you were stood at
Yeah.
the side?
Maybe you should just work on practicing your magic that you don't have.
Yeah. I suppose,
Yes. Stare at the
but I
hand.
am. He is very hungry though. He wants more.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cora's gonna hand him one of her good berries and say, try this.
Didn't come from
What?
the farm. I'm not going to eat it. It's going in the bag. I'll eat it later.
Lisma, yeah. I mean, Lisma will eat it if he chooses to. He just chooses not to because he knows what they taste like and he prefers better food.
Okay, well, if you're not gonna eat it, can I have it back? Because I've been awfully hungry and I've been surviving off.
Well, I'll split the apple with you or the pie.
No, I mean you can do whatever you want, but if you're not gonna eat the good berry, can I just have it back, please?
He'll hand it back.
Okay.
And if no one has any objections, he is going to eat that pie and apple.
Whose apple is it? Oh, it's Emron's apple.
Mine.
I think you're a fool, but go ahead.
I mean, everyone said that. Yeah, everyone said that he could add it afterwards.
Just we'll have to keep an eye on him, I think.
So it's 2
See
additional
what happens.
meals, and he has gained another 5 hit points.
Yeah, she's updated.
I wonder if this is what happened to their other company. Like, they got addicted to the food and started eating more than their share, and then they didn't like that.
Jack, can I harvest some of the soil and take it away with me in a little bag?
Yeah. It's easily doable. Like, you're just picking out dirt and putting it in the bag.
Yeah, probably near where there's fresh plants.
I would go with him and just keep an eye out, not for food, but any kind of herb that looks like it might be medicinal or flower.
Make a nature check.
I'll do it as well.
I think I'd probably go and look around for the herbs that I need for the Find Familiar spell, too.
In this immediate area, there's nothing medicinal. It's just all herbs that you can suspect to increase flavoring for food, or just are edible themselves. In terms of the herbs to burn for Find Familiar, there isn't any to be found in this immediate area.
Okay. Thank you.
So,
Right.
you guys begin to feel a little tired, so you all turn in for the evening. Since who's going to be taking first, second, and third watch, basically? If you guys are giving
I'll
a
do the
watch
first
start.
one because I can just trance afterwards.
I'll do second.
I can do
I'll
third.
do third.
All right.
Do third with me if you want, Cora.
Sure.
So, first watch, can I get a perception check from you as everybody goes to sleep?
Yeah.
I'll stay up with Emerald.
Okay.
Who's rolling? Do we
so-
both roll?
So, one of you can roll at advantage, or you can both roll normally. It's your choice.
I've got +6. What have you got, Cyric?
+4.
Shall I
You
roll
go.
twice?
Yeah, you go with advantage.
Okay. 1. Ooh. 2. Or better.
Okay.
18.
All right. So, as the evening presses onwards, you hear some god awful snoring coming from inside the house. Like, shakes the panels of the window frames a little, kind of snoring. Jim Bob stays out there for a number of hours. And eventually he just kind of stands still a little bit, and you suspect he might sleep standing.
Ooh.
Kerry doesn't return. You see no other sources of activity.
Oh. So no sign of Carrie, Cyric. What do you think?
I think we should go look for her. It's not. I don't feel like it's safe for her to be out on her own.
Why? I'll tell you what. Why don't we finish our watch? Then we'll wake up the next watch. Then you and I can go for a perimeter check.
Yeah.
Then
that's
we
all
don't leave these guys without a watch, if you know what I mean.
That's a good idea.
As long as I get my trance, I'll be okay. I only need 4 hours sleep.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you need all 8 hours?
Yeah, but I'll push on through. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
So, the first watch comes and ends. Do you head out during your watch, or after you
No.
wake somebody else up? What's your
we
plan here?
will wake the second watch, which I think is Bark,
Mm-hmm.
and then we will.
Joe Pricks will wake. Joe Pricks will probably stir and wake with Bark, I think.
Okay.
Then we will just let them know that Carrie hasn't come back. We're just gonna do a perimeter check to see whether we can find her.
Well, I'm coming with you then.
Oh, this is giving me the willies. I don't know if this is it's not good that she's not back yet. There are traps all around this place.
Someone's got to stay here, though. But can you communicate with us, Joe Priggs, telepathically?
I don't believe I can.
You can't. Okay. Well, also, you're old and squishy. You should stay here. Watch for the others while maybe the rest of us go out. And if that's, any problems, we'll let you know so you can wake the others. How's that?
That's fine. I'll keep watch. If you feel you need to go, Bark, then I'll keep watch.
Yeah, and you can also send your dragon to tag along with, not dragon, your Kalis to, look for us if we, keep an eye out.
I can send her. Yep, I can send her up into the sky.
Yeah, and she can let you know if we're in trouble.
Exactly. Yep, and I can communicate with her. Yes, telepathically.
I'll keep them safe, boss. Don't worry.
Thank you. Don't call me boss.
So, Jorbrooks stays behind, when Xeric, Bark, and Emron head out into the woods in immediate areas to look for Kerry. Can I get perception checks from all three of you, please?
Perception. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's always when you need it. Bark's got 24 and Zurich. That's great.
So you guys spend the better part of like half an hour searching the immediate area, and you don't find her. As you begin sort of like fanning backwards a little bit, you hear a little bit of rustling in the bushes ahead of you. What do you guys do?
This is sound like a warding wind spell being put in action. No, it doesn't.
Which bush? Where are we? Like relative to where you just said the sound was?
So you're basically out in the immediate, like the outskirts of the house, shall we say?
Mm-hmm.
And you're just basically moving through the trees and the bushes, and just on your way back, probably about 10 feet ahead of you, you hear some rustling in the bushes.
I'll just call out, Kerry, is that you?
An individual steps out from those bushes. It's not Kerry. What are you guys sneaking around at night for?
Who is it? Do anyone we know?
Bobby.
Oh, it's Bobby.
Did you not recognise the handsome face?
Oh, I didn't see the screen, sorry.
That strong chin.
Chins.
We're looking up for our friend Kerry, who, you remember the girl who initially refused the food at dinner.
Yeah, I'll remember her. I ain't seen her. She ain't around here. She definitely ain't in them bushes over there.
Insight.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, shit.
Bollocks.
I mean...
Oh, it rolled over.
I mean... This guy... You don't know if he's telling the truth or not.
What are you doing here, Bobby?
I'm looking for something to eat. Got a bit of that hankering late night snack.
But with all the good food in your house, you're out here scrounging in the bushes.
Paul says we ain't allowed to eat the rations, so we want to eat extra, we gotta find it.
Have you found anything so far?
There's a little critter around here somewhere. No, it's around here somewhere. You guys want to help me?
Are you good at finding things, Bobby?
I can find things if I want to find them.
Would you help us to find Kerry, please?
If you help me get this critter.
What's a critter, you guys?
Little creature.
Like a rodent or something.
Yeah, why not, right? You help us, we help you. Not a
Sure.
problem.
Good. Well, I think you went over in that direction. You fan out, you surround it, you funnel it in, and I'll get it. Sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a fair hunter, sure.
Alright. Okay, can you all three of you make survival checks for me, please?
Oh, yeah. Survival. God's sake.
Everyone, you're not very good at this, unfortunately.
I'm sure what you are.
However, Zurich and Bark, you guys are used to living on the land. Like you know survival. Zurich, you know creatures, shall we say. You guys are able to fan out, and you do hear the sounds of little scuffling footsteps, like tiny little paw prints or something like that, shuffling through the bushes. And after the process of about 10 minutes, you are actually able to scare this creature into a choke point. You can't really see what it is, but you know it runs off towards where Bubby is hiding, and you see some massive shunting in the bushes, like leaves tussling everywhere, and you hear this And then Bobby just shouts out, I got you! I got you, you son of a bitch! I got you good! You hear this sickening crunch. And he walks out from the bushes after about a minute to face you guys. And it looks like he's got something akin to a very small dog that he's just taken a massive bite out of the belly of. And he's eating it raw. Thanks, guys.
Looks like you're enjoying that.
Oh yeah, it's mighty chewy. Go get it.
What is it?
Nice and fresh. I don't even know. It's a critter. All I know is food. Best thing about eating things, so when they were alive just a few minutes ago, said they still have what they ate in their belly. Adds extra flavor. Yeah. You guys want some?
I'm alright. I'm still waiting for that breakfast your mom's gonna make.
Don't you worry. Breakfast's gonna be good.
Shall we look for our friend now?
Yeah, deal's a
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, deal's a deal. I'll help you. Let's go looking for her. So, can I get another perception check from all three of you, please?
Don't roll an 8.
Ooh.
Not for that.
Alright. So
Dude,
you
I can do
fan
that.
out into the immediate area, assisted by Bobby. You don't find hair nor tail. I don't know what to say to you guys. Looks like she hightailed it out of here. Good thing too. Disrespectful little cow like that. She won't go last long.
Oh.
Gonna send her away, were you?
No, wow. It were up to me, I would have chosen the hot rod every time she scuffed her nose up at something we offered her. But, well, let's just say, Pa's a little bit more merciful than I am.
Do we believe that, you guys? Do we believe that she just left?
Do you want to make an insight check on that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I didn't believe for a second. She's not.
Watch out for a low roll. Ooh!
Oh, natural 1.
Tangerines do make the rolls better.
There you go.
And something about Bobby's demeanor, his body language, doesn't tell you that. It's not telling you that he's lying, but you get the feeling he wasn't even trying to help. Like, he was giving it a half-hearted attempt the entire time.
You don't look like you were helping us that much there, Bobby. Are you sure you can help? You know these places.
Hey, I've been out here for the last 30 minutes helping you guys find your lost little girl. Calling into question my commitment to the cause.
Well,
And you're
we found her.
Yeah, you did brag saying you were pretty good at finding anything, and you couldn't find her. So,
No, I could
how
not.
good are you actually at finding things?
And we were really good at hunting your food. Me especially. I was brilliant.
Tell you what, I'll tell Paul and I'll tell Jimmy that the little girl gone missing, and he'll organize a proper search and rescue in the morning. How's that sound to you guys?
Seems fair, but in your expert opinion as a tracker there, Bobby, where would a lost little girl find herself should she go wandering in the dark?
Oh, I don't know. All kinds of fangs out here. Who knows what she could have come across?
I mean,
Hopefully she just found herself a nice little hollow tree to go sleep in and keep away from any of the big nasties, and if we are unlucky, well, maybe she bit off a little bit more than she can chew.
Well, when we first met you, we were caught in a net. Can you show us where your other nets are near here?
I'll have to get Pa's permission for that.
Well, we might keep looking for a little whiles longer there, Bobby. We don't like the idea of her being out in the dark on her own. I assume you have no problems with us searching your lands.
Just stay away from the shed. And stay away from Basil as well. He gets a little uppity around strangers.
Stay away from your tool shed, stay away from your pet. Fair enough. I can abide by that.
Alright. Well then, I'll let you get on with it. With that, he seeps away into the darkness. You guys continue to search for another hour. Do not find Kerry.
During this hour, I would like to put out my primeval awareness just to get a lay of the land and see if there's anything tingling my senses.
There is undead within a mile of you.
That's probably Wenos.
Mm.
I can't tell them languages or numbers.
And let me just check something else. Yeah, just the undead you can sense.
Well, don't know about you two, but I'm going to the shed.
I'm going to get back to camp, you guys.
I'll check the shed out with you. Can't see you going on your own and having all the fun.
Zurich, you're getting a little tired now, just so you know.
Yeah, I know.
You're pushing exhaustion at this one.
Yep.
Looking a little... oh, sorry.
You guys split off. Emron makes his way back to the barn for his bark, and Zurich make their way to the shed up top. Are you guys stealthing towards there, or are you just going there?
Stealthing. Always stealthing.
Stealth checks for me, please. Alright then. So, you guys make your way up the hill's side, traversing what you can, to eventually cross the little shed at the top of it. You begin sneaking your way a little bit closer. You get within probably about 10 feet of the entrance, and you see there's a light on inside, like underneath the wooden doors. As you sort of just scout the immediate area out, the doors open up briefly, and you see Jimmy walk out, wearing an apron that is quite dirty, with like kind of a dark brownish stain sort of thing, maybe a little bit of red stain towards it. He carries out a bucket, just puts it down on the side. He just takes off his hat, wipes his brow, puts it on, goes back inside, and closes the door behind. It doesn't look like he saw you.
Oof.
Is this shed just doors, no windows, no any other kind of things? It's just like belongs to the door.
That's right, just the door.
No cracks in it or anything like that.
Well, you're not there to ask, so.
Well, I've got Caliph kind of monitoring, flying around, so I don't know if she would be able to find an opening where she could look through.
Caliph is monitoring the area. She's not investigating the tool shed. So.
Okay.
So I'm not going to allow a check on that one for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna, remembering what it felt like to smoke George Brooks's pipe and having a sudden inspiration of intelligence, I'm going to check around this barn and sheds to see for anything that looks like I can spy inside.
Make an investigation check.
Help me, Zurich.
No idea what you're doing. This
Oh,
is
never
beyond
mind.
me.
At the side of the barn, around here, there looks like there's a small little chip in the wood that you could stare into. Like you see the light sort of like flickering more in that tiny little hole where you could probably stick an eye to.
I mean, risking my one good eye, I'm going to stick it against the hole.
Alright. I want you to make a perception check at a disadvantage, please.
Perception.
Yeah, at disadvantage, yeah.
Well done. How do I roll disadvantage?
Because you have one eye and it's a very small hole.
No. I mean, as in, how do I add?
If you roll the same, you have it on double anyway.
Yeah.
It's better than normal.
Alright, so you stare inside. It's difficult to see. It really is. It's just about make out what appears to be a countertop. Yeah, a couple of knives on there. There's a flickering of a light that you can just make out where maybe you can detect some movement in the corner of the room. Maybe a shadow? And there is something from your perspective, there looks like there's something hanging from the ceiling, but you can't tell exactly what it is.
Am I getting any kind of, well, I suppose I'm in a hole in the wall, but I'm not getting any sense or smells of decayed blood, things like that.
Not from out here.
I'm just going to turn to Zeus. This is definitely a butcher's shop. They're cutting something up in there. It's hanging from the ceiling now. I don't want to assume they eat people, but what do you reckon of this lot, hunter to hunter?
Well, that's the first impression I got when they offered us the meat and stuff. Could have sworn it was cannibalism, but I couldn't be sure. Does the thing hanging down look like a humanoid body, or is it?
You cannot tell. It's just you can just tell that something is hanging from the ceiling, but it's heavily obscured and out of your actual eyesight. You can just tell something is like slightly swaying from the ceiling.
Just to go back a bit, the bucket he brought out, we wouldn't have been able to tell what that was. He didn't throw it anywhere, did he?
We didn't go near the bucket, so you don't know what's in there.
No, that's fair.
He placed it down in front of at the front entrance.
Tell you what would make this a lot easier if we got that half-wit's ring. We could just look through.
The what? Sorry.
The what's he called?
The sexy ring.
Jim Bobby. This one. Is it Jim Bobby?
The one that you see through materials.
He's got a ring that can see through.
Jim
things.
Bob and Bobby both have one.
Yeah, Jim Bob.
Right.
Ring of Peeping Tomery, +3.
Yes.
If we could persuade him to lend it us, we could have a. I mean, I can get in there, but it's getting out.
I mean, you say persuade, I hear stab. So, if you think you can hold him back, we can try and take him together. At least subdue him in some way.
I don't know what happens if we're wrong, and then we've just hurt some innocent people. Unless I get an order from the boss, I'm not going to slay somebody just accordingly like that.
Bloody Red Hoods. Look. You know what you feel here is the same as what I feel. This guy is chopping meat in the dead of night. That can't be good. If you really need Jorprix's approval to do your job, then fine. But I don't think I can just leave whatever's in there in there. What if it is our companion?
And if it isn't, we upset everybody, potentially put everybody in danger.
I mean...
I'll worry about the danger you find yourselves in right now. Can you both make Constitution saving throws?
I was talking too loud. Constitution.
Uh-oh.
And now we're gonna die.
That's a charisma save, Bark, not a Constitution
Sorry,
save.
it is, isn't it? I'm looking at the wrong C.
Redo. Oh, well.
Alright.
It's one better.
Bark, your vision goes black. As you are knocked unconscious. Zurich, you feel something hard hit you in the back and you go woozy for a moment. Everything is blurred. You kind of like half blinded at the moment. You turn around and you see something standing there. And he immediately places his hands on your throat and on your mouth. And he pushes you up against the wall. What do you do?
I'm going to cast Misty Step and Misty Step 30 feet away from him. And then I'm going to say, pull my sword out and say to him, you move one more
You
step.
are counterspelled.
Counterspelled? Oh.
Yep.
Shit.
Jack, is Caleb able to see this interaction?
Make a perception check. The DC is very hard, unfortunately, on this one.
For me or for the spirit?
For the owl.
Okay, I don't know what the modifier is for that. Let me look it up. I don't know if it's even anything. I think she's got 120 foot dark vision.
She has a +3 to perception.
All right, I'll roll a d20 and then we'll add 3 to it.
And she has advantage on it, right? Because she has keen hearing and sight.
Oh yeah, I'll have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing or sight. Oh, yeah. Cool. Okay. I'll roll it twice. D20 and D20. So 19 plus 3, 22.
22.
Wow.
She sees some sort of scuffling, like some sudden movement over in the darkness, but beyond that, nothing.
Okay.
Zurich, can you make another Constitution saving throw as you can see somebody behind the humanoid where your blurred vision is casting a spell? You're able to resist whatever this effect is on you again, as the pressure on your mouth and your throat increases, and something hard hits you on the head again. What do you want to do?
How has he held me? How has he got me?
So one hand is on your throat, the other hand is on your mouth. He is currently suffocating you.
Yeah, I'm gonna lift my hand up and use my weapon bond to bring my sword into my hand and hold it into his chest.
Woo!
Alrighty then. That's just a bonus action for you to do, right?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead. You can go ahead and make an attack roll then.
So does that mean I can use my
Keyleth can take telepathic communications from you, Jorprix. They have no means to communicate back to you.
No way to get back. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, can I? So does that mean if I'm making an attack, I've used that as my bonus action, I can use my action to use my
Green blade.
Yeah.
Yes, you can choose to do a sexy way.
Can Keyleth independently then of me? Can she provide aid, like help with a help action?
No, because she's not there. She's flying overhead.
It's too far overhead. Okay.
She's scanning the immediate area, like she's not there. Like this is right up against the backside of this yard, so she just saw some scuffling. But she didn't actually see anything that's going on down there at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, so you swing, Zurich. However, your arm is caught by this humanoid individual that sort of just pins you, lets go of your throat and just grabs your arm and just pins you back against the wall before moving away to grab you by the throat. On this occasion, this guy is going to attempt to restrain you. Can you make an opposed athletics check, please?
Oh,
You can do it.
I'm shit at these.
Surprisingly enough, you guys are actually on equal footing at this moment, and he rolled 13 as well. So you guys are basically just struggling against each other at this precise moment in time. The person behind this individual that you can see more glowing. Can you make another Constitution saving throw, please?
Luck's going to run out at some point.
God damn! 2 19s on a goddamn con save. Alright. Well, what would you like to do after once again you resist this effect on you?
I'm going to have to go again, aren't I? And just try and shake him, well, not shake him off me, but stab them off me.
Yep.
It's the only
Make
thing.
another attack roll.
Do it! Come on!
That's the way you do it.
That is a hit on him.
Oops.
Wow, look at that.
Woo!
Not very good.
Alright, so you're able to stab it into him. And it cuts across this human voice. He immediately goes again to just try and pin you down. Can you make another opposed athletics checks, please?
I was going to say, do I not get my bonus action to slash him again, or is it just? So I get. I used a cantrip, didn't I?
Yeah. I'll allow it.
Okay.
That one's going to be a miss. So you're just swinging wildly at the moment. The first time actually nicks this guy on the side. The second time he just brings up a leg just to throw your arm off balance as he immediately turns you and basically tries to pin you down to the ground, forcing his weight on top of you. Yeah, and on this occasion you're forced down to the ground. Your arm is broken behind, not broken, but twisted behind you. Your arm, I know you can't be disarmed unless you choose to. So basically, you feel rope being placed around your mouth, over your eyes, and over your hands. As I want you to make a perception check at advantage, please, on this particular occasion.
Oh, what do you see? Ooh, not 20.
Right. You can sense 3 pairs of hands going over you.
What, in a sexy way?
As in 3 pairs of hands restraining him, putting rope over him. There are 3 people restraining him at the moment. So, back at the barn. Emron has returned, goes into his trance. Jorbrix, you are there for most of the rest of the evening. And Ark and Zurich have been out there for the entirety of the shift and have not returned. However, your shift comes to an end, and you go to wake up the third and final shift.
So I would ask Emron, where are Bark and Zurich?
Oof, well, I was getting a bit knackered. They wanted to go up to the warehouse on the hill. I'm just too tired. I just want to come back and sleep. We couldn't find Carrie. I thought, we saw Bobby, and Bobby said we were going to do a search party in the morning. I thought, just let them to get on with it, really. I can do with a bit of a sleep.
I don't feel good about this. What do you think we should do?
Shall we wake the others and see what they say?
What would you think?
Well, who's got the third shift?
It was Cora with Fulcrus.
Let's wake up Cora and Vorkrist.
Okay. So Cora and Volcris, you are woken up by Jaw.
Yawn.
I'm gonna look down at my hands and see the good berries and go, oh, bless his heart, and put them in my pack as I pop a couple.
You create good berries in your sleep?
Magic.
So, guys, Bark and Xeric have gone out looking for Carrie, and they haven't returned yet. Emron returned, but he left them a little while ago, and I'm getting a little worried.
How long have they been gone?
I think about how long has it been at this point? An hour?
Yeah, for the whole watch.
Yeah,
yeah.
Pretty much since they started. Yeah,
and
they've
Carrie
been gone for a
hasn't
few
been
hours.
back at all either. And Carrie's gone; she didn't come back.
Yeah, I don't have a.
I take one bloody nap and half the party's missing.
I know. I don't have a good feeling about this. I sent Caleb to watch, but I can't. I haven't gotten any kind of anything back from
Can you
Caleb.
look through her eyes?
Yeah.
I can attempt to work through her eyes. That's a good idea. Why don't I try to do that?
Alright, so as you walk through her eyes, you now see the little grounds beneath you, the various buildings, with your keen sight in the darkness. Can't see much. Yeah, seems to be an empty ground at the moment. You can't see Jim Bob anymore. Bobby, Jimmy, maybe they've, as far as you know, they've probably all gone to bed.
Go near the warehouse, because that's where the others said they were going when I left.
He can't hear you at the moment.
Oh, okay.
No, I wouldn't be able to respond to you at that point.
Yeah, I thought he could hear, just not respond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
At that point, if I can.
No, he can speak and communicate what he's seeing. He just cannot see from his body or hear.
Yeah.
It's the opposite. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, if I didn't see anything through Caleb's eyes, then I would probably just think that I don't know where they are. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. So Carrie's gone, and Bark's gone, and Xeric's gone. Like, this isn't okay. And I'm gonna go over to Lismer and down and shake him. Hey. I'll give you my apple. I'll give you my apple if you come and help it. Like, something's very wrong.
He's already eaten your apple.
He has not eaten my apple. It was in my pack. I didn't give it to anybody.
Yeah,
he's got
one, so yeah.
I'll have the apple. Yeah.
Okay, no, so here's what you have to do. You have to get up. You have to put your armor on. I'm putting my armor on. And we have to go, like, something is wrong.
Okay. All right. He starts putting his armor on, which takes about 10 minutes to do, to be honest.
Yep.
Stay with you, Cora.
Yep.
All right. So while this is happening, I need to check something.
I have a quick question.
So we have. Sorry, go ahead.
It's just about animate dead. So obviously I can control them when they're within 60 feet of me. However, if I was to use message to send him a message and say, come here, because that's got a range of 120 feet, would that work?
It's a very good question that I don't know the answer to.
What?
I mean, this is literally me trying to break D&D to save myself a 60-foot walk, but you know.
No, you can misty step 30 feet, so you're saving yourself a 30-foot walk.
Yeah.
Lazy.
Possibly getting turned into hamburgers here, guys. Don't rush. It's fine. I'm sure we're okay.
Telepathically communicating with corpses. This might seem like... Alright, so a corpse isn't a creature, so that wouldn't happen. A zombie, yes, because it's still technically a creature. You can still technically cast message to it. it would recognize you as its master. So I'd say yeah.
Awesome. Out of combat, I've just doubled the range of my zombie control. It uses an action, so I'm not doing that in combat, obviously. But yes, so I would send a message to Wenos telling him to come up the path.
Oh, don't you have... Hold on. Message. Within range and whisper. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. It all works out.
Awesome.
120 feet. He is just off of there.
I left 100 feet down the path, didn't I?
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So, yeah. You cast this message. You cast message, and you get a reply of. And you know that slowly but surely the zombie Venus is making his way here.
I feel he can do that while they're putting armor on.
I assume that it's been more than 8 hours. It must be more than 8 hours. So I'm going to recast while I'm getting dressed. I'm going to recast aid on the weak ones. That's me. And
just
that's
so you know,
Dorcas,
you guys have not
Gilchrist.
finished your long rest. Just so you know.
How does that, like, if I'm taking third watch, I wouldn't be sleeping again after that, so my long rest should be completed.
No, it's more of a case of, like, in terms of mechanics, you need to complete the 8-hour long rest. Even if you're not sleeping, you're not doing any strenuous activities.
All right. I still have a spell slot for it anyway.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. I know some people haven't got their full HP.
No, I get it.
Yeah, that's what
Would we get the benefit of a short rest, Jack?
Yeah.
For your spell slots.
Like for I have arcane recovery, I could at least get something back. But
it's a good shout.
Yeah.
So, Vorkris, you get another message into your head.
Ooh.
Come outside.
Ew.
I'm afraid we're rather busy right now.
Don't have to be busy. Just come outside. I want to see you.
Some of our party is missing, and I'm afraid that takes priority.
I can help you with that. You just gotta come outside.
I come outside.
Okay. So you walk outside.
If Vorkris is
the rest
going...
of you, Vorkris going outside.
Yeah, Vorkris, Cora would catch you and before, because I'm assuming we don't know that you were messaging.
But
no, you wouldn't have known.
So you are making your way towards the door, and Cora would grab you and say, "I don't think that we should split up just yet. Like I'm almost done. I just gotta."
Yeah, she's just got hopping on. She's just hopping her like heavy boots on at the moment, like hopping to the spot.
It's okay. I'm just waiting for Wenos to come down the road. I've just summoned him.
Cora,
I'll only be just outside the door. I won't be far.
What?
What did you get changed into from your heavy armor? Like, you don't have pajamas. Are you just naked?
Maybe she does.
She has her underclothes, I say.
Okay.
Like it's very, very, very discomforting to have metal armor on skin. So there's like there's undergarments basically, yeah. Right, so Vorkris, you head outside, and you have a brief look at scan of the area, and you see over by this tree is a feminine figure who's like shifting, like calling you to come towards her quickly.
So he didn't go out by himself, right? After I said wait.
He said he goes out. He said he was going to go outside and just be by the door. So he is outside at the moment.
I'm far too trusting for some unknown reason. I shouldn't be, but I want to be trusting. So I'm walking over.
So She sees you coming towards her. Yes. I'm really, really glad you came here. I've been thinking
That's all
about
very
you.
nice. Well, I wasn't exaggerating before. Unfortunately, people from my group being missing is very important to me. They are the only people that I've connected to while I've been in this new world.
I feel a special connection with you.
I believe you've made that quite clear.
You know,
But I don't believe your father would approve.
my father don't have to know. Nobody needs to get hurt, so long as we keep it secret. No, I've read a lot of books, Chris, but I don't think they're the same kind of books you've read. But I think you might enjoy them. They're the kind of books you read when you want to escape from the world, everything going on around you.
When
you
I
feel
want to
like-
escape from the world, I do escape from the world. That's why I'm here.
What I'm saying is, when she's like toying with her hair at the moment. Sometimes I feel like I'm stuck on a farm and I can't get no out. And I have to do things that sometimes I just don't want to do them. And you're the first person who's ever come along who's ever, well, treated me like an equal. Treated me like I belong. Been able to behave like themselves around me. So many people are so quick and easy to just look at me and see a bimbo and a whore and a breeding machine and all kinds of nasty, aggravating things. But you're the first person to say no. You're the first person to make me feel like a real woman.
But surely you're not a prisoner here. If things are that to your dislike, surely you could leave. You could go seek your...
No.
There is a whole world to explore here, Bandis.
No, I can't leave. I can't leave Ma and Pa and Jimbo and... I mean, I like Jimmy, don't get me wrong, but he's a bit too aggressive sometimes, and I fucking hate Bobby. But these books I read, they tell a tale of, well, of a young maiden who gets whisked off into the sunset by a shining knight in armor. Are you my knight in shining armor?
Wizards
I mean,
can't wear
Richard would make a joke about she's definitely not the maiden, but Vorkus won't. I am nobody's knight. You'd be better off further, like far away from me.
I think you could be my knight. You just gotta accept that you're one of the most exceptional people I've ever met, and once you realize that, once you realize how much of a great man you could be, I'm sure Pa will let you into the family.
I'm afraid I could not stay here, Bandis. This place is lovely, and it's been a pleasure finding you, and it's been lovely meeting you all, but this is not my home. I don't know where my home is yet, but when I find it, I'll know.
When you find it, will you come and get me? Maybe I'll be able to turn Paul's mind at that point.
You would be welcome to come and visit, but I want to be clear, Bandis, there is nothing between us. I'm sorry. I just don't feel that way. It is not you. I just don't feel that way about anyone. I've never met one like that.
No girl believes it when you say it's not you, it's me. Vorkus.
No Vorkus cares whether she believes me or not.
She just goes really red in the cheeks and then keeps on playing aggressively with her hair. She says, I don't believe that, Vorkus. I know you know that we belong together. I love you.
Do I believe that she loves me, or do I just think she's just telling me?
Make an
she's
insight
just trying
check. Make an insight check.
She just wants your dragon's tail.
I'm assuming if all I was doing was putting on my last boot,
This girl's
Good
fucking
ready to
rolling well.
come out.
This girl is in love with you, man. As far as you're concerned.
Bandis,
Well, you can't
be in love with me. You met me yesterday.
And that's all I needed to know what kind of person you are. Please, Vorky. My heart can't go on without you. I need you in my life. I need you here.
I cannot stay here, Bandis. I've already said that. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hurt you, but that is just not the life for me.
Make a persuasion roll at advantage.
Ooh.
Advantage? I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, you should be ready, Cora. She sees some movement from the barn. She says, I'm going to keep on talking to Mom and Pa. I'm going to tell them that you guys are different, that you guys don't have to... Vorkus.
You don't have to what?
There's nothing wrong with the food. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the food. But you should probably stop eating it because they're giving it you for the wrong reasons, and I have to go. She runs away.
And all she does is love you, Vorkus. She's just a girl standing in front of a dragon.
Cora's gonna come out and see that Vorkus was not where he said he was gonna be.
Yeah.
I mean, I was within sight of the door. You're fine.
You are stressing Cora out. She's missing half of her people. She's got Isaac Ash on her hip. Like,
yes.
Come on, buddy.
I thought they might be able to help us. Bandis was over there doing her normal Bandis.
I told you to be
malarkey.
careful with her. What did she say?
I am careful. Well, first of all, it was a lot of lovey-dovey stuff, but we'll skip past that. But she did say we should stop eating the food. There's nothing wrong with it, apparently. There's nothing bad about it, but they're giving it to us for the wrong reasons. Because they're giving it to us for the wrong reasons, Lisma. What possible reason would she have to lie to me about that? If she's working with her family, then she'd be on the same family side. The fact that she has told us that means something.
What could the wrong reason be, though?
It sounds like they're fattening us up.
I want to turn around to Lisma, look at him right in the eyes and go, I suggest you stop stressing about this food and cast suggestion.
All right, go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw. Eddie.
Good one.
Oh, what's your spell save DC?
I think it's 13.
Yeah,
no, it's 14, even better. Yes.
Okay, so Lisma just glosses over her eyes and goes, yeah, okay.
Right, we've got 8 hours without him going on about that fucking food, guys. We've got to make the most of it.
I would say, Vorkus, I've cast Mage Armor on my... I don't know if
I saw that
spell, but maybe you should do that as well, because I don't think this is going in a good direction.
I don't need Mage Armor. I've got big, thick dragon hide skin.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, listen, Workers, if she comes back again, when we were in the barn earlier, she did say that she promised that if we got attacked, that she would come and help us, even against her family. So just remind her of that. She seems to like you a lot.
Well, I definitely don't think she was supposed to tell me to stop eating the food, so... But anyway, should we go check out this barn?
Are we ready? Are we ready to do this?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm assuming
I'm not going to wait around like lambs for the slaughter.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace right now.
All right.
Jack, I have a quick question. When we were eating the food, it increased our HP max. Did it increase whatever was happening, like our current HP too, or just the max?
Just the you gained that HP as well.
Okay, all right. Good to know.
I guess we stealth our way up to the barn now, right?
Go ahead and make stealth rolls then, everybody.
Stay close to me, you guys. +10.
I'm gonna know that I suck at that and give myself guidance on being stealthy.
Should have given the joke instead.
Wow, I needed that +10.
Me too. Cora, you've got like 20, what? 20? What's your guidance?
No.
29.
My 2.
29. That's brilliant.
So
Oh, 19.
Right, good to know.
No, because
Thank
pass
you.
without trace gives a +10.
Oh,
Yeah.
plus 10. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Super
So-
sneaky.
You guys begin venturing out and heading up towards the shed. Meanwhile, Bark and Zurich. Water is splashed over your face, waking you up. You are hanging from your hands. Your feet aren't touching the ground. Like your arms are completely numb. You have been stripped of your weapons, not your armor. And you were just hanging there at the moment. You can see your weapons like bundled in a corner. As in front of you is Jimmy and Pa. So, I ask you not to go snooping around. That's the one thing you do. What you got to say for yourself, boys?
Oh, I don't know. Call me naturally curious, Pa. Just had to see what you were hiding up here.
This is private property. You disrespect me, disrespect my family, disrespect my rules. Just like that little girl disrespected me. Rest assured, she won't be disrespecting no one ever again. Not after Ma's done with her.
So I have good reason to be suspicious of you. You're going to be sneaking about.
It was actually no reason to be suspicious at all. All you had to do was follow the rules. But your group can't do that. So guess what? We're gonna have ourselves a little disagreement. But that disagreement will end in our favor. Yeah, you tell him, Pa. Now see here. And he walks up towards you, but still within just over 5 feet away. He says, when people come here, we give them a choice. We give them a choice. You can join us, or looks you up and down. You can feed us. Food around here is real good. You know what tastes even better? It's when someone eats that food. Like some real plump-like. Some real juicy. Real succulent. That group that were here before you. Jimmy? Jimmy walks forward, around to your side, and grabs your hip, Bark and Zurich, and just spins you around in the barn, and you can see behind you now. And there's about a dozen racks behind you, like hooks within, and there are mutated, disemboweled, chopped up body parts hanging from them, with various people. It says, they got greedy, but they didn't know what real greed was. Jimmy spins you back around, look at Pa, and says, well then, you guys go hang around here for a little while. I'll get yourself comfy as best as you can. Cause in the morning, rest of your group, we're gonna be partaking in breakfast. And I'll bet that little girl gonna taste real good to your friends. I guess I'll think you, and he points towards you, Zurich, you're gonna be dinner. He points towards you, Bark. You'll probably be dessert, maybe breakfast after. Really depends on how succulent you want. Well, I want you to think about what you've done. I want you to think about how this has been brought upon you by yourself. How you put yourself in this situation. You did this, not us. Just remember, fellas gotta eat. Our family has to eat. And I provide for my family. Family's everything. You hungry? You just say that you just call out. We'd be more than happy to feed you. It's only polite. Oh, that's a good one, because they're hanging out and we're trying to eat them. Hey, shut up, Jimmy. Yes, Paul. Well, see you in the morning. And they leave, leaving you guys hanging there. So,
When you say our arms are numb, is that because they've been hanging, or just because they've drugged us to the point of being numb?
No, it's because there's no blood in them at the moment. You've been hanging for a while.
How far are we from each other?
Like you're hanging right next to each other, so like 4, 5 feet away from each other.
Is it ropes or chains binding us?
Chains and hooks.
Is the chain in the loop, or is it like bound by the loop?
So it's wrapped around your arms tightly, and it goes up over the hook. It's like wrapped around the hook as well. So like the hook is kind of like an inverted semicircle sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I tried to start swinging myself to use momentum to pull myself down, it wouldn't untangle me.
It wouldn't untangle you, no.
Would I be able to swing towards Bark, put my legs on him, and then flick my arms up off the hook?
Make an acrobatics check.
Kama Sutra, indeed.
Don't be getting ideas now.
Do it.
You'll enjoy a nice bit of
Wrap your
zero
legs around
balls
it.
in your face.
Handcuffs.
So it takes you a couple of minutes, Zurich, just to get the momentum going because you're quite weak at the moment. And you swing upwards and you wrap your legs around Bark's neck. So Bark, you're getting a full face of crotch at the moment.
When's the last time you washed?
You start trying to shift your chains out of the hook. I want you to make another dexterity check, please, Zurich.
Just straight up dex.
Just straight up dex.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, didn't think so.
You just can't seem to get the angle right. It's like you're not your arms are feeling better now that blood's rushing towards them.
But Bark's aren't.
Yeah, but you've just suddenly gained double the weight. You're like.
Are there any tables close to us? Anything I can use as purchase if I start swinging myself?
There are tables in this building, but they're not close to you. You're in the center of the room.
If I get you to swing towards my hook, would it be easier for me to flip off then?
Might be.
Yeah, alright, let's try that.
Let's give it a go.
Alright then. Both of you can make a dexterity check as you're shifting with each other's momentum at the moment as you're basically going like proper Kama Sutra, like at this point.
Just straight up dex.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
How?
Jesus Christ, we are numb.
No, basically all you're able to do is basically you just kind of just hump Bark in the face a bit, and that's all that you're able to do.
I'm gonna turn my good eye away and just be like, alright, that's enough of that, come on.
Yeah, just let him go and drop back down. It was worth a try.
You got any way of getting out of these chains?
If we had a long rest, yes, but the only magic I've got is I don't think it'll break us out of this.
How strong does the hook look attached to the ceiling? Is this barn well built, or is it like rickety?
It looks like this is actually one of the more well-built structures. Like strong enough to withstand the weight of a half orc. Maybe not strong enough to survive repeated chops from an axe.
Would it? If I rage and just start swinging like a fish just caught on a hook, just trying to rip the hook out of the ceiling, like use my weight in a strength kind of way, can I try that?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a strength check as you begin to rage.
Strength, come on! Oh my god!
Well, that
Wait,
means advantage because you're raging.
Yeah,
That is with advantage.
Yeah, is yeah. So you basically just kind of like lift yourself up a little bit, like kind of doing pull-ups, and just like just trying to using that momentum, just try to just yank out as much as possible. It creaks a little bit, and you feel as if one of the nuts kind of just pings a little bit out of place.
Is there left or right one?
You get the feeling that the hook is displaced a tiny bit.
All right, Derek, I got an idea. Try and get on me again and push down, and we'll try and use our combined strength to pull the hook down.
I'll give it a go.
If we can try that.
Roll. That's brilliant. All right, so Zurich, I want you to make another dexterity check as you try to hook onto Bark again. Yeah, without a doubt, this time you were able to get your legs around his waist.
Just say the word and let's do it.
Yeah, and then, I assume with our combined strength, we just start tugging downwards.
Go ahead and both make a strength check, please.
What's the safe word?
It's gonna look so wrong when they walk in. Like
Chintuck is the safe word.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I thought you'd been captured. Not that you. So we'll leave you to it.
It does. I'm going to say it. This takes you the better part of 20 minutes. But after 20 minutes, you hear a ping. What? So yeah, you fall on top of each other, kind of like 69 style, like Zurich on top.
Who's on top? That's the important bit.
Zurich's on top.
Yeah, it's better. Safe position anyway.
you're packing well.
And at that precise moment, the barnyard doors open up, and you look to see the rest of your party staring at you.
My good eye.
Guys,
I can explain.
Okay.
I wouldn't understand it. Cora's just really happy to see you guys. So she'd run over and be like, that doesn't look very comfortable. Are you guys okay? And she'd try and help Zurich off of Bark.
Oh my God, you've been forced to perform sex acts on each other.
Yeah, we were.
What kind of
forced.
monsters
Yeah,
would do
was
this to
forced.
someone?
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Do they look like they've been beaten, though?
No, they don't.
My
look
arms
like
are probably a
they've
paler
been
shade of green.
Yeah.
Or like any of the times that either one
you
of them
do
was hit
fucking
over
know-
the head?
It was. They do have a little bit of a lump there and a little bit of dry blood on the top
Okay,
of
no
the head.
blood.
But the
Okay.
first, I mean, you'll definitely fucking notice the dozen half-eaten corpses hanging from the hooks behind them.
What
Cora's
happened to
gonna
you
vomit.
guys? What happened to you guys?
I mean, not to ask a stupid question, Emron. What does it look like? We're in a
Well,
You
butcher
don't want to
shop
know what it
with
looks like,
people.
Bark.
It looks
They eat
like
people.
maybe. Oh, I thought maybe it looked like
There's,
you and Zurich needed some alone time.
there's no time. We've got to let's get them unbound.
Right, so you rush forward. You're able to hook the chains off of themselves, and you guys are now free and no longer restrained.
Where's Carrie?
I think they're trying to cook her up right now. She's in the house.
We're gonna have to go.
Where are the rest of the Chintucks?
Mm-hmm.
They all went to the house?
No, we came straight here.
Okay.
Because I knew these people eat people. We need to burn their house to the ground, go for an old Blackburn tradition, burn it, salt the earth, and make sure this black doesn't fucking grow back.
Maybe get Kerry out of the house first.
Yeah, let's. Once we
Only
get Carrie
maybe.
out of the house.
I mean,
Laura
I see
is-
what she did to Isaac, so I'm good either way. At the moment, we need to set their house on fire.
Okay. If Carrie's inside there, I was thinking that maybe if I thought hard enough, I could maybe talk to her. And I have sending.
Yep.
So I'm suggesting that I can talk to Carrie and see where the heck she is, if she's inside, if she's okay. Tell her to warding
You cast a
wind and
spell.
Misty step out. I'm suggesting this to the group first.
Okay.
I think you should try it. I think you should try and communicate with her if you can.
Give it a go, but I don't have a lot of patience left.
And we're going to have to be quick about it.
All right. So then
While they're
I
doing
will.
this, so I just want to jump out. I want to go outside. Well, in fact, I'll do it in here. I want to spend a minute casting Conjure Minor Elemental.
Okay. What do you summon?
I am going to summon 4 Magma Methods.
Oof.
I don't have those tokens. Hold on.
Ooh, cool.
I do have the stats, so just any token will do as a.
No, I mean, I'd like to get the actual fucking stat set, or the actual tokens.
That's fair.
Mephits are an interesting creatures that I don't tend to use very much.
It's the first time I've used a spell. I looked up a list of creatures I could summon with it, and that was...
Yeah, Mephits are interesting creatures.
Yeah.
Little shitbags, but... Like, most Mephits just really are just like cruel little fuckers. They really are. They're like goblins, but elemental.
Nice. Do you get madness methods at all?
You do get Yeah, so I've got magma. There's like dust, ice. Mud is supposed to be good for like tank things. They can't do much damage, but they've got loads of hit points and just... I can summon 8 of them.
Sweet.
Oh, perfect.
Summon one of each. Get the Power Rangers out.
I wanted to say I was doing that while Core was doing that, because it takes a minute to cast, so...
Yeah. Okay, so do you actually cast that spell, Cora?
Yeah.
Okay. You do not get a reply, which could mean some things. It could mean that she's on a different plane of existence. It could mean that she's unconscious. Or it could mean that she's dead.
Okay. So Cora hasn't used it before, so I don't know how this works game mechanically. I know that the spell says that if she's on a different plane of existence, I can communicate. It's just a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive. So she probably, if she understood it, would think that she's either unconscious or dead.
I would roll that in secret and not tell you. I just tell you if the...
Okay.
Like, if the spell just cannot work, I'll tell you that the spell fails. On this occasion, like, the spell works, you just didn't get a reply.
Okay. So her face is going to get hot and her eyes are going to start welling up, and she's going to say, I can't get anything back from her, and I don't think that means anything good. So I think that we need to do what we need to do quickly, and I don't know that this is going to turn out well.
Well, if we're going to go, Pass Without Trace is still up, so we should stealth with a bit more success if we were to make it to the house quietly.
Yeah, we should try and stealth up to the house and see what's going on inside.
I mean, I want to stealth up to the house and set it on fire, so if you want to look first, fine, but...
I mean, we need to carry out before we
I think that's still on the table. Yeah, it's still on the table.
I have a strange feeling they'll know that we're coming if they have them rings.
This is true as well.
Well, we've got to go there anyway, so might as well just, stealth it. We never know what happens.
Let's
go.
head
down there.
Let's go kill us some people eaters. And their fucking dog, too.
Yeah.
Get the fucking dog alone. What's he done?
It's going to do something, I can tell. Look at it. I'll get back.
So far, nothing, but he's definitely going to come.
Ooh! Listener's got 29. 28.
I got disadvantage. It's only 20.
Oh, do you? Oh, 20 though still. That's great. Oh, evens out for me and Zurich. Oh, Chris.
Yeah, and my Mephits have also got 5. My Mephits are... So me and my Mephits are both on 15.
I'm going to ensure that Kayla's up in the air a good ways, too, away from this, please.
Alright. So... Party makes their way down the hill. Silence. Go ahead and... I'll give you control of the Mephits, Rich. Go ahead and position your tokens where you want to be, basically.
Is there just one entrance to the house at the front, or do we see windows?
Yes, that's right. There are windows, yes. There are windows, but the windows are... no back doors, no. The windows are currently closed, the shutters are down.
And they're on the ground floor?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you ping with the front doors?
There's only one floor. It's where the path comes into.
Okay.
Cora's going to go wherever Bark's going.
Right.
Right, there you go. Chris, you should be able to control all of them now.
Thank you.
I assume there's is there noticeable windows on this house, or is it just sort of like a
I think
shack with
Ma
door?
handed a pie out of that window.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
so I'm
the
going to
windows-
Mars.
Windows are closed at the moment and the shutters are down.
I'll go to Mars' Hans door.
So, okay.
Even
So-
see you.
Oh, and Wenas is over here.
I've got a proper little army going on. Oh, I don't have control of Wenos.
Oh, I'll give you control of them now.
Emron, summon
I'm
wolves.
sure I did have control of him.
There we go, you should be able. Alright. So, party surrounds the house. It's up. I get perception checks from everybody by the walls and the windows, please.
Perception.
From the window to the wall.
Oh, yes!
Okay, so Bark, definitely,
Wow.
and Nemron. You can hear the sounds of Fate talking coming in from inside the hut.
Do we hear Carrie's voice?
No.
No. That checks out. Do we
You
hear
can
like
hear-
Mars' voice then, I assume?
Yeah, you can hear her, one of her voices. And the general conversation basically just goes something a bit like, I got them hanging up in the tool shed, and they'll be ready by morning. The rest of them, they still in their barn? No, I think they probably moved on. I don't think we're gonna make it till breakfast. I think we're gonna have to take care of them before then. Bobby, you get out there and find out where they are soon enough. You sure can, Bob, but getting rather hungry. Can I have one of her toes? Hey, she ain't ready, Bobby. Settle down, boy. I'm rather why they're not reborn. I know they're nice people, Jim Bob, but we're family. Family gotta look after ourselves. Family gotta eat. Oh, okay. But, Pa, can we leave the Dragonborn alone? He's okay. I'm sure he could eat people just alongside us. Brandy's, how much time have I got to tell you? You gotta roll this family. You gotta provide pure bloodline. Carry on. Jimmy and Bobby, and Jim Bobby if he can manage it. They all gonna put baby in you one day, just like I put babies in my sister. Gotta keep the family pure. It's how we keep our blood strong. It's how we are able to utilize this food, I believe. It's how Jimbo gets his magic. It's how Jimmy gets his strength. It's how Bobby is like Bobby. Ma, well, just look at Ma. Hey, what are you trying to insinuate here? Ain't nothing more than you were just a beautiful angel on this earth, Ma. Ah, I love you, Pa. And I love you, Ma. That's pretty much the general gist of the conversation.
Short of it. It's sweet and disgusting, like.
I'm looking around the corner and see what Zurich and Lismer's doing.
Lismer's just standing there ready,
Looking ready
as is
to
Zurich.
smash the door through,
Smash the door through is what I'm thinking.
but waiting for to go from you guys.
I'm going to turn around to Joe and say, what's the plan? No one's doing anything.
At this point, Bark and Nemron, you will hear Jimbo say, Paul, I'm using my ring, and they're outside right now. What?
Yes!
I'm using my ring? They're outside right now looking at us. God
Shit.
damn it. Everyone, get ready.
Ah, yes, we sneak up on someone that can see through walls.
Right.
God damn
We
it, Jimbo, I thought we were friends.
We lost
So
our element of surprise now.
And at that
Oh.
precise moment, you hear out from inside Pen says, you all out there, let's talk about this. We can be civilized individuals. Now, if I come outside, you ain't gonna rush me, are you?
Bring our friend with us and we'll consider it.
Ma gonna hold on to your friend right now. We gonna talk like men, is that right?
Come on then. Seeing as we're now not stuck on chains, you want to talk like men? Let's talk like men.
Alright. Make your way down to the front entrance of the house and I'll meet you there. Just remember, I got my eyes on you, Arky.
Jack, am I able to cast Hypnotic Pattern into the house without seeing in there?
You're by a window, so.
Let me have a look.
Didn't say a spot that you can see. It says
range.
within range. Okay, so I'd like to.
Yeah, if you do that, you will be starting initiative. Just so you know.
Going to start initiative anyway. Do it.
We're gonna start it. I think we're gonna start it. This might be the best way to get it. Might be the best way to get it going.
As in, like, you do not get surprised on them. As in, you will have to wait till your turn to cast that spell.
Oh, really?
I'm kind of going to talk first, just so at least.
Yeah. Why don't we talk? Well, I'll let him talk first. I'll have it. Getting ready to go though.
Okay.
I'm just going to turn to Core quickly before I walk around. I'm just going to keep both eyes on me and be ready. All right. We're going to make this out. We're going to make out of this alive. I'm just going to start walking towards the front of the door.
Okay.
Place myself between Xeric and the greedy one. Lismer, that's his name.
So, Pa opens the door and steps out.
Good night for a talk, isn't it, Pa?
It's real good night for a talk. Well, you got yourself out of them chains rather nicely. See, your friends probably had something to do with that. Now, I would prefer to avoid violence if at all possible. I am not a violent man. But you can appreciate the fact that my people gotta eat. And you were dumb enough to come to my property and violate my rules. So, here's the deal, and I suggest you take it. We'll give you your friend back. We'll keep a little piece for ourselves, and you just mosey on by. Forget this whole thing ever happened.
What do you mean, a little piece?
Well, Bobby wants one of her toes, so we're gonna keep one of her legs at least.
Yeah,
You
that
can
sounds
keep
like
the
a
whole
no.
leg if you just want a toe.
Well, that's the thing about greed. You always want more.
All right, for the sake of deal, how much of me constitutes a piece of her so she comes out whole?
I'll take one of your legs then, if you want. We gonna eat tonight and tomorrow. Ain't good. That's a given. What part of you we eat, that don't matter much to me. You won't give up your leg. You put it out, and I'll take this here spear and skewer it. And you can see he has actually got a spear equipped at the moment.
I want her out first. You ain't taking a leg before I see what I get as well. I ain't stupid, Pa. I let you cripple me.
You hear that, Pa? He ain't playing by the rules. I want his ear. Hey. I saw him first. I want his chin. Now, boys, settle down. We're talking here. We're talking like man. You bring that girl down, you gonna play ball. We gonna have your leg.
Fuck, don't you fucking dare. How about this for a deal, Pa? You let us all go right now, we walk away, and we don't burn your whole fucking farm to the ground.
Hey, we don't even know if she's still alive.
You know,
You just
Cora,
have to trust Diana.
It's hard
Cora,
to trust someone that was trying to fucking eat us.
Cora's going to stand up tall and be a little shaky because she does not feel very confident right now, but she's going to try her best, and she's going to say, you keep talking about these rules, and I'm very good at remembering rules and things, and we've followed your rules, and you keep changing what the rules are. You haven't told us that we couldn't go looking for a friend if our friend was missing. That's what they were doing. And you never said that you would eat us. Like, you also said that we could take care of our own, and now you're taking our people as punishment. And a man stands by their word, and that's not what you're doing. And you keep talking about the fact that you're a man, and you're not acting like one.
Door opens behind him, and you see Jim Bob step out. And he starts speaking to Pa. Oh, she's not a lady. She know what we're talking about. She's not naked. You can try though.
What about you seen me naked?
Pa looks at him and she goes, Jim Bob, you know the rules. Food don't get to have an opinion. Are you food? No, Bob. No, you ain't. Get your ass in line. Use Bob. He stands next to you, Cora. Like, ready, but like, you can see it in his eyes. He's like, I'm not into this.
Watching him move over to Cora, you see Bark's lip flicker and the show of tusks as his jaw starts to jot forward. He's like, all right, Pa, let's stop making fucking moves. Bring out the girl.
At this point, Bobby just changes. At this point, says, "Hey, Jimmy, I changed my mind. I want his lips now."
Cora's gonna whisper to
I'm just
Jim
gonna look to Bob
Bob.
and say, plenty of lip for you here, son. Come get some.
Cora's gonna whisper to Jim Bob.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good. You don't have to do this.
Walker's is also going to send a message of pretty much the same thing of Jim Bob. You're better than this. You are better than these people. You can be free of them.
But I like to eat people.
You don't need to eat people.
Well, we tried.
But that tastes good. Better than food.
Maybe you just haven't tried the right food yet.
Can I drug you?
Can you what?
That's what he said.
Can you what?
I think you know what he said.
Can I drug you?
Try you.
No, you can't. You can't eat me. That's very kind of you to ask, but no, thank you.
Not even a little finger?
No, not even a little finger. But I could help you find food. I'm pretty good at finding food.
You got the weed. You don't need a weed, do you?
She's gonna reach into her pouch and grab a good berry and say, "Try that."
Like, he slightly reaches forward and just like medium off.
Well, it doesn't change my mind that you're good. And, I think that you know that eating people is wrong. And I think that you know that they don't treat you very well.
At this point, the doors open again and Brandy's comes out and says, Pa! If you're gonna do this, leave Rocky over there alone. He don't deserve this. Shut up, Brandy's. He's going over your head. Pa! I mean it. I really want him to be okay. We're gonna talk about your treacherous feelings towards his family later, girl. Right now, men are talking. Now, we give you the girl. Mr. Oki, you gonna give us your leg?
Bring her out and the leg is yours. I want to see her first.
Right, make a fucking deception check. There's no way Bark is saying yes to that.
No, of course there isn't, but stall for time.
Right.
I'm making deception.
Cora's having a panic attack right now.
I'm not a charismatic person.
Looks at you and says, "All right then. Nice and easy like. Ain't nobody gonna make no sudden movements of that, right?"
Not at all. Just bring her out and the deal starts. Pa, we're all men of
Ma?
rules here, right?
We giving up the girl. We gonna be eating orc instead. What? You heard me, Ma. We giving up the little girl. We gonna have a leg of an orc instead. But I always been preparing her. I put salt and pepper in her hair and everything. Ma, there's one times you just gonna have to shut up and listen to me. What you say to me? I said you gonna have to shut up and listen to me, Ma. Listen here, little brother. You don't get to fucking talk to me like that, you piece of shit. Ma, this ain't the time. I'll tell you what the fucking time is. It's time to fucking feed. And at that point, you will hear this rumbling. And the whole building just starts shaking. And it snaps and collapses in on itself. And in the debris of all the dust and like rubble that is, it just bounces off this huge, oily, greasy, disgusting, gnarly woman who has got a gigantic ladle in her hand and Kerry shoved in her bosom, head up.
So when this tree said that Mott was the same size as Emron, the tree was clearly
but the
very
tree also said they hadn't seen him because they hadn't seen her for like 3 or 4 weeks, and therefore she's been sat in that house eating constantly for 3 or 4 weeks with this magical food shit. So I figured this was happening.
Good God.
Or she's just a very light step.
Can I get initiative, please?
Woohoo!
Well, hey.
Oh, click my token. Click my token. Boop.
Time to fuck up the Chintucks.
Why are you laughing, Lee?
Oh, this is going to be a lot harder than I think.
Harder than you think, because I think it's going to be hard. I don't want to
-1. Ma's got fucking -1. To
Nice.
She a big girl. She ain't very fast.
That's amazing.
I've never seen a minus initiative before.
Yeah, I haven't.
Just take her first turn backwards.
That's Pa. Yumi. Oh, I'm rolling to GM for that one. Right,
I know
Brandy.
this is a tense scene, but I can't not hear dueling banjos in the background.
Right.
Oh, Brandy's got a natural 20.
Nice, Brandy's.
Good job she's on our side.
She's on Worker's side. Now's the time to give her a really big smooch and convince her to fight for us.
Promise her some of that dragon.
Do you think I would sell myself so cheaply?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
I mean, for the right thing, I definitely would. I'd sell anything.
I mean,
For
for the
staying
right
alive,
thing, right?
Workers is a survivor. I absolutely think
Yeah,
you
but
would.
I'm also fancying our chances. I mean, look at my little army that I've got going on.
This is not the time to freaking grow a conscience, buddy.
It's not about conscience. It's about my own, bodily autonomy.
I mean, I understand, but
We don't have any in this group. You're ours.
Cora would never ask it of you. Kristen's telling you. Do it, please.
We aim
just
in the right direction. You
For the initiatives, Jack, my Mephits have got
Basil.
13 and my Wenos has got 8.
I knew we should have killed that dog before we got there. Ding, ding, ding.
This is gonna be. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, right. What's Wenus's dexterity modifier as a zombie?
It's -2. He rolled a 10, so that's why he's got 8 as his initiative.
Jim Bob only has a -1, so Jim Bob will be going before Wenus.
Who's got the least worst dexterity?
And Ma is -1. Okay. So as this happens, the Chintucks immediately grab what weapons they have. Bobby doesn't have any. Brandeis doesn't have any. You can see Jimmy pulls out a Morning Star. Ma's got her ladle. Pa has a spear, and Jim Bob apparently has his own rotting fists. Top of the round is Brandeis. So, she's immediately going to cast Hold Person on Vorkris. Can you make a wisdom saving throw? And she looks at you and says, "That's it! I'm coming for you right now!"
Oh shit. Oh
That's
no!
a wisdom save, not charisma, wisdom.
You did say charisma. I was confused. Oh, for fuck's sake!
So you immediately you are pulled together. And she goes, "All right, I'm gonna have myself a nice little smoochathon." 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
Yeah, Lismo will have an opportunity attack as well as Emron if you want.
Oh yeah, I will.
Oh, this is fun.
That's a miss.
Shit.
And that's a miss. So you swing a love cat. True love protects me.
Oh shit.
All right. So yeah, that's so she's going up to smooch you, Vorkris, as you are held. All right, it's Lisma's turn.
Lisma's going to do lunging attack on a hit to... I can't remember which one it is, and I can't see the names.
Bobby.
That's Bobby.
17?
17 on Bobby is going to hit him.
So it's 4 plus 4, so 8.
8 points dead. So you lunge forward and grab him in the back. Ow, fuck!
And I'm going to swing again. 11.
That is going to be a miss.
Bonus
on him,
action.
yeah.
Hold a hand out and hope another weapon appears in it. If nothing happens, just
Nice.
keep holding the hand out.
Nothing happens. Okay, so. Alright, it is Bobby's turn. Bobby is going to reach out towards Lisma. And Liz, can you make an opposed athletics check as he goes to grab you? I'm gonna get you good!
12.
Natural one. So you just palm him in the face, and your palm kind of slips off of how greasy he is. And at that precise moment, do you realise you should probably not touch him?
Okay.
Okay, that's all Bobby can do for this particular round. He is going to move away over here. So Bark and Lisma, you have Lisma's got his reaction back because it's his turn, so you can both take opportunity attacks,
I can.
and Lisma can as well.
Yeah.
19.
19.
That's going to hit him.
And 25.
That'll hit him as well. So as he runs away, you cut him across the back. He goes, "Ow! Fuck! Fuck you!" And he runs over to here, and because it is still technically night time, he is going to take the hide action as a bonus action. 23. So you lose sight of him in the bushes.
Isn't that a tree?
Right. It is a tree, yeah.
Yeah.
So you basically he hides, he disappears into the shadow.
It's behind
Right,
the
Cora,
tree.
it's your turn.
bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
And I am going.
It's a mace, right?
It can be whatever. I think I had it. Yeah, it's fine. And I will have that attack Jimmy.
Jimmy? Yep, sure. Go ahead and make an attack roll against him, please. Oh yeah,
Right.
that's 18. That's actually going to be a hit against him for 10 force damage. So the spiritual weapon immediately comes out and whacks him across the head, spinning his hat around on his head. He goes, "Ah, what the fuck!"
I'm going to say to Jim Bob again, you're good and you don't have to do this. And I'm going to yell over to Brandeis and say, you promised. And then I'm going to shoot my crossbow at actually, you know what? I'm going to I'll do my at Ma.
So you're shooting Ma.
Yes.
Alright, so you aim the crossbow at Ma and you shoot it and it just pings into her neck. Bang! Ow! Fuck you, you little fairy bastard!
And then I'm going to chance the opportunity attack. And what is this thing here? Is this like...
That's a table and a chair.
Oh, that's right. We were sitting at that. I'm going to try and move behind the table.
Right, so Jim Bob is going to make an opportunity attack, but he doesn't want to, so he's going to roll this at disadvantage. 22.
Oh, shit.
He hits.
So you take 14 bludgeoning damage as he just punches you over the back of the head. You go, oh, I shouldn't have done that, but...
It's a really hard slap on the ass.
Alright, anything else from you, Cora?
No, I think that's it.
Alright. So, Marge just says, Basil, sick 'em! This creature immediately bursts out of its cage. Just 10, 20, 30, 40. That's its movement, I believe. Oh no, it has to dash to get there. It's only got 20 feet of movement, so it has to dash to get there for 40 feet. But as it's charging towards you, Emron and Jawbricks, you can see that this creature's something strangely glowy about its eyes. Alright.
Looking at naked.
Zurich, it's your turn.
One in front of me. I'm just gonna red flame blade him.
Alrighty then.
14.
That's a miss on Jimmy. So he brings up his morning star and just deflects it away. Go try better than that, boy. And you swing again, and he just deflects it away.
Let's have another go at that then, and then I'll just.
Alright then.
Fucking. It's gonna be the same, isn't it? Same
Yeah.
rolls.
Yeah, he's just deflecting all of you. That second attack will get through. Well, the last one. So as he's just sort of just hit, like chortling away, you cut into his legs. And you go, ow! God damn! You're gonna pay for that one, boy.
That's all I can do.
Alright. Do you want to move anywhere? Okay. Vorkris, it's your turn. So you are held at the moment, so at the end of your turn, you remain held as Brandeis just starts tickling the old chin. He goes, I knew you'd fall for me at some point. So it's the Mephit's turn.
Do it!
Mephits do nothing because I haven't commanded them to do anything, so they defend themselves.
Oh,
So they will take the dodge action and just communicate with themselves. Go, what the fuck are these guys doing? I don't know. Let's just keep on.
Let's just keep on flying here and see how it works. What does Master want us to do? Oh, looks like Master's about to get himself some action. We should watch.
Nice.
Okay,
A little shit. Right, it is Jimmy's turn. So I'm gonna just have a look at what he will be doing. So he's so he can't be. So he's within 30 feet of another Chintuck, so he's got advantage on that. So he's just going to bring out his Morning Star and he's going to wail away at you, Zurich. He's able to make 2 attacks.
Yep.
Natural 1 and 13.
Not so cocky now, are you?
Hey, you fucking cheating on this one.
Yeah, that's all he can do. So, Buck, it's your turn.
It is. So, I'm just going to look hard in the eye, grab my greatsword, and just go, it's time for a good old cookout, don't you reckon? And I'm going to rage, because why wouldn't I? And I'm just going to make 2 attacks directly at par.
Okay.
Hold on. So
14 is a miss against him.
yeah. Wait, is my attack a strength-based one?
Yes.
Yeah. Do I not get advantage because I'm raging?
You don't have advantage on attack rolls, no.
No, okay, fair enough. Just a 20 then.
Yeah, so the 20 will hit him.
One's 11.
So you bring the sword into him as he deflects the he steps out of the way at the first step. The second one comes in and just cuts him down on the shoulder. You're gonna have to try harder than that, boy. I've had more top of me. You ain't nothing. Anything else from you, Buck?
Honestly, I'm just going to nod knowing that, yeah, he's a brave man for that. Ma, is she just sat in a big pile of wood at the moment? Like a big...
Yeah. Her feet barely even touch the ground. There's just so much fat to her.
As I'm starting to get into combat with Pa, I'm just going to shout out to everyone, someone set the rest of the house on fire. It looks like we got a pig to roast. I'm just going to continue engaging with Pa.
How dare you insult my sister and my wife like that? Don't go. Boys, get him. Okay, Jorprix, it's your turn. At the top of your round, are you looking at this creature?
No.
Okay, good to know.
No, I am looking at the spot that I'm going to cast Fireball.
Whoa!
And I am gonna... I think if I place it right...
Wait, no. You can see him, and this creature can force you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Without seeing him?
There it is.
Oh god, it's a basilisk.
Oh, is it a basilisk? Shit.
Ah, it's a fucking basilisk. Basil the basilisk. They're not creative, these people. So, because you can see it, even if you're not choosing not to see it, it can force you to make a Constitution saving throw because of those eyes. So, can you go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yeah, I'll use a... I guess I'll use a... I'll use my High Portent, the 18.
Oh wait, a creature that isn't surprised can avert its eyes to avoid the saving throw at the start of its turn. There we go. So that's so you're choosing to do that.
Yeah, I mean, if I could, I wouldn't be looking at it anyway.
Yeah, so you'd be looking away from this creature.
Yeah. So, I would be looking to do probably Fireball over here, and I think if I get it over there, I can get it within the 20-foot radius to get, looks like Jim Bob, I don't know about, yeah, I guess Pa, is that Jimmy? And then Ma.
Yep.
So, yep, right there, I want to cast.
What level
And Kerry. Don't forget that Kerry's there.
Carries in the
Carries-
prisms.
Oh, crap,
Yeah,
Carrie's
Jim
in
Bar's
there.
bosoms. Yeah.
Oh,
She's
shoot.
unconscious at the moment, suffocating.
Just do it. She'll appreciate it later. It's fine.
Oh crap!
Fireball.
She's unconscious,
Hey.
right?
Hey,
That
yeah,
makes,
she's
that makes things
unconscious.
difficult. I might have to do it anyway.
Yeah, you did.
Alright. So what level are you casting it at?
3rd level.
Counter spell.
You gonna counter spell it?
Oh.
That figures.
Who's counterspelling? Do we know?
Yeah. Who do we know? Who?
Jim Bob's the only one that we
Yeah.
know is
So Jim Bob sees you creating fire in your hands, and you can see him immediately panic, and he waves his hands, and the magic fizzles from your hands. Yeah, Jim Bob. It's because he's got that magic blood.
Well,
I don't like that fire
crap.
either.
So that happened.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna use my movement then to get out of the way of this thing that just scurried around to kind of come after me. So I'm gonna end up moving down here, or maybe I think I can get to there.
Magic blood.
Yep. He's coming after you. Okay.
And I don't think I think I have
so
any
you
bonus
make it
actions,
to,
so I'm good.
now it will be... Oh wait, I couldn't do that. I couldn't counterspell you because Jim Bob already took his reaction to make a melee attack against Cora.
Okay.
So go ahead and
Go back, go back, go back.
Fireball.
Move yourself back.
Well, I don't know if you want me to retcon it, but I'm gonna move there
Nicole,
after.
So
I do
you're
it anyway.
getting Ma, Jim Bob, and Jimmy. Is that right?
Ma, Jim Bob, Jimmy. I think it gets
Sorry,
Paw
my
too. Because
Discord keeps on freezing for like 3 seconds at a time.
I think it gets Paw too.
20
No, it
feet,
should
right?
Should be here. Should be right here on the corner.
It's 20 feet, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So dexterity saving for us from Pa. 23.
Oh.
So he saves. Jimmy. Natural one.
Ooh.
She is not fucking dexterous at all. 10.
Should have made that.
And then Bobby. No, sorry, Jim Bob.
No, Jim Bob. Yeah.
But he does have advantage on this because of dumb luck and fine breeding.
Nice. Go, Jim Bob. Although you did attack.
So,
Fine,
yeah.
baby.
So dexterity saving throw at advantage. 6.
So only Paw saves.
Roll high, roll high, roll
Yeah,
high.
I don't think I've rolled the damage on this yet.
Oh yeah.
When I do that, I do
8d6.
8d6.
Yeah, 86 fire damage.
Now, because I don't think I've run into this yet, do I roll it on the spell? Do I click on the spell or something, or do I just roll 8d6?
Yeah, you can click either way.
Okay, I'll just roll 8d6.
Is Jim Bob vulnerable to fire damage?
We're about to find out.
When they're all greasy, they should go up like chicken nuggets.
We go deep fry us a barbecue. Yeah.
Whoa, nice!
Oh fucking hell!
Beautiful work.
So Ma did not
Oh, that'll
save.
work. Okay, good. I couldn't see it right away. I just heard everybody's reaction.
2 6s. Nice. 2 6s, 2 5s, and 3 4s. That's some high rolling.
Above average.
So Bobby is no, not
Back to
Bobby,
Rasters now.
Jim Bobby is.
No. So
Fine.
no, none of them are resistant towards it. So only Pa saved. So Jimmy will take the full 36 damage, as well as Jim Bob.
Sure.
So you can see the flames envelop Mar and scorch Kerry as well. And she goes, ah! Jim Bob immediately spins around and basically pulls up a piece of his porch and uses it as a shield to protect himself. Jimmy is not so much, he just gets blasted forward onto his face. Jim Bob just gets enveloped into the flames. As the flames die away, you can see his eyes wide with fear.
Yes.
And
I am going to do my movement too, like I was going to do before. I'm going to get the hell out of here.
Because Jim Bob got the fear of the hot rod.
Fear of the hot rod.
Yes.
All right.
Joe Brix's new nickname, Hot Rod.
Hot rod.
Alright, so it is Jim Bob's turn now.
Weirdly enough, it's Walker's nickname with Brandy's.
So Jim Bob is not very happy that happened. Jorbrooks, can you make a what is it? Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Ooh.
Okay. Let's see.
You're pure soul with that magics and stuff.
Can
That's a
I?
fail.
Can I do lucky to re-roll
Yeah.
that? Okay. Let's see. Spell save is jeez. Maybe I'll. You know what? I'll even use the portent right now. I'll use my portent instead. The 18 that I was going to use before.
Alright, so that makes it a success. So you will take half damage as he casts Blight at you.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So you will be taking 14 points of necrotic damage.
Got it. 14 points. Okay.
Yeah. So as he waves his hands, you can see this necrotic energy just sort of sheep up around you and just suck the life energy out of you. And you just see him licking lips and goes, "You taste good."
I think Joe Briggs totally takes offense to this fact. He's being tasted right now. It does not sit well with him.
So that is Jim Bob is going to move here. No, it's like that. Alright, it is Wenos' turn.
Wenos defends himself.
Alright, Emron, this creature's rushing towards you. Are you looking at it?
Nope, I'm not looking at it at all because I'm
Okay.
concentrating on Ma and Jimmy. So
Yep.
main action. I'm gonna cast Flaming Sphere
Alright.
and I'll land it here. Hang on. Yep, I'll land it here. And then as bonus action, I'm gonna wow shape into an Arrosaurus.
Okay.
Myself over there.
Yeah, look,
And
here's
then-
Jurassic Park.
And then for movement, I'm just gonna go over here. And then that's my turn.
Alrighty then. Okay. So, it is Par's turn. So, Pa is gonna
Come on.
not enjoy that at all. He's gonna call out to Brandice and say, "Brandice, what the hell you doing? Kill that son of a bitch!" As he brings in his spear. Yes, hard work breeds hard arms. So he is going to make 3 attacks at Bark.
Yeah, he is.
26,
Whoa.
15, and 17.
The 15 doesn't hit. The 26 definitely doesn't, so it's a 17.
So this is magical piercing damage.
Cool. So that doesn't count as normal piercing damage then?
No, so you don't get the resistance towards it. So that is going to be 27 points of piercing damage against you.
Cool. I wish I knew math.
So she just jams the spear into you. Like it stings, it's painful, and he just looks at you and goes, "You bleed real good, boy. I'm gonna enjoy you."
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this too, Pa. Come on, get a taste. I'm just gonna like roar at his face and just rage back at him. This is enjoyable now.
Well, I gator wrestle, you know.
Oh, is he talking to me?
Yeah, because that would be an intimidation, but he gator wrestles, you know.
Family is 100% from Louisiana, like the Bayou.
Florida. No, Florida.
No,
It's totally
I disagree.
Florida.
No, I mean, this is Bayou. This is 100% like that guy from Waterboy, the coach. It's 100%.
All right, well, it's Mars' turn.
If he's staying there, he needs to take flaming sphere damage.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Dexterity saving throw, which is DC 14.
21.
Okay, he saves, so he gets half. Half as much on. 2 damage.
So two fire damage. Skirts immediately. All right, so Mar with a -1. Okay, so she starts moving by rolling.
Oh.
Apparently, you see, she a big girl.
Oh my god.
So it's 5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh my
So
god.
Lisbeth gets crushed underneath. So, alright, so I need
I've used my reaction.
yeah, so Lisbeth's going to take 1d12 damage. He takes 9 crushing damage as he gets buried underneath Mar. Can he make a strength save because she's stopped on top of him? So he's basically just holding up all the fat above him at the moment. Just go, Bar calls out to Mar and says, "Ma, I thought you only did that for me."
Oh.
Okay, so this is definitely some church history.
Bark, help.
So as she moves, she brings down her ladle on top of Bark.
Excellent.
There's 23.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
And 19.
And so does that as well.
This is not magical damage.
Whoa.
Good thing too.
Alright, so that is that's 50 reduced to 25.
Cool.
I'm gonna kick you up good, Oki. You look like you taste just like bacon.
Oh. Come take it out of me hide, you fat pig. I'm just gonna keep swinging about. Hate these people.
Okay. Top of the round. Brandeis, as a bonus action, is going to cast Healing Word over at Jimmy, who's looking a little hurt.
Oh.
Where is she? Yeah, she's going to cast this at 2nd level. Alright, so Jimmy regains 10 hit points. and then she's going to turn around back onto you, Vorkris. And you are immune to her charming effect for the next 24 hours. So she is... Oof. She's actually just going to turn... She had you right where she wants you, so she's going to turn towards Jawbricks, actually. She's just going to look at you and she say, "Ain't you jealous of me and my little Vorky over here?" Can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Yeah.
Oh!
That was lucky.
Get
Brilliant.
out with that shit.
You resist the effect. She goes, "What is going on?" She is so confused. Alright. Right. We'll do Lisma and then we'll call that a night, I think. Give Agnes, give Ellie some dice to roll.
Do it, Ellie.
So it's half movement to get out.
That's right, yep.
Can I get out to over this side, or is it too ruggedy to get out?
No, you can get out from over that side. So
Okay.
you crawled out from underneath all the fat. Like, so sweaty and smelly.
Okay. I'm guessing she's facing this way.
That's right, yeah. So you just get a good view of a massive arse crack.
I'm gonna stab her in the arse crack.
Okay.
19?
19 will hit her, yeah.
It's 9 damage.
Oh, yeah, that actually... Well, see, she's got that healthy weight, but you just beat it. So you do 9 damage to her. As you poke her in the eye, she goes,
Ow, Bobby, that you?
And I'm gonna stab her again in the arse. Only for 11.
11, you bounce it off it. It's a ting.
There might be a bug back there. Jimbo, go scratch that for your mother.
And again, I'm gonna put the hand out and hope that some sort of weapon appears in the hand.
Nothing happens, but Ma does fart in your face.
Beautiful.
Do I have to do a con save to not be
I was
sick?
gonna say, please make a Constitution saving throw.
No, because you have been in direct contact with her body fat and sweat and stank. Like, Lisbon's tough enough to resist it for now. But as this very strange and wonderful combat continues onwards, as the group of the Special K and the Chintucks come to blows, as they reveal themselves to be cannibals and downright odd, incestuous creatures. We'll pick this up in a couple of weeks' time.